Good evening, race fans. Good evening, BSTV fans. And good evening to any other ladies, gentlemen, and children to this Simability V8ESC Season 11 race, rounds 13 and 14, brought to you by BSTV. I am Pete Bingham. In the booth with me this evening is Vincent, also known as Wobbly. Good evening.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. And on the cameras tonight is Sam Boozin. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. Don't be too disappointed, please.
So we have these two races, a sprint and a feature, rounds 13 and 14 from Autodromo Enzo e Dino Ferrari. There we go. Also known as Imola. That was pretty good. Who's laughing?
Yep. Sam.
I think it was you. A very iconic track. I feel like we've been here a lot, but we haven't. It's only because the F1 was here and the GTs were here recently in the real world. It's definitely a very dynamic track. Notoriously hard to overtake round here, Wobbly, but still an exciting track to drive. Some very iconic corners here, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this one. It's hard to overtake, but then again, if you're able to do so, then it's gonna be a great move. It's either gonna be on the front straight or maybe towards the chicane if you have a really good exit on the or that. Yeah. So all the passes we're gonna see are pretty much gonna be balls deep and really, well, hero moves. Let's call it that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know, setting up a pass here, again, not the easiest thing to do, even into those places, because the straights aren't massive here, are they? There's no straights like Spa. There's the front straight, which isn't straight. It's got a kink in it, which they actually try and fob you off as being a turn and call it turn one. But there's only one proper slipstreaming place, isn't there?
Yeah, and it is gonna be the front straight. I mean. And then still it's hard because first you go to your left and then you go right again. So once you cover the inside line, you're on the outside on the next corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's gonna take a lot of respect between drivers to pull off a move like that. And to be fair, we all watched, at least most of us watched Formula 1 as well. And they also they all left room for each other to do so. But then. The V8s are a completely different story because you got a lack of downforce and like an engine which is quite actually almost faster than the Formula 1 engines.
Yeah, and these cars around here, real power units, these things, lots of rear wheel overpower for a lot of people. They are one of, if not the hardest car to drive on the iRacing network, then service rather, then I don't know what is. They're unwieldy, they want to kill you at most corners, and the guys that drive them are extremely talented. The ones in this league are supremely talented. And of course, we've been going on for 11 seasons now, so most of these guys have had huge amounts of practice in this car. Have you driven it at all, Wobbly?
Yeah, I did a couple of laps, and I did the motorsport where Chris Jackson killed me on the straight.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. But...
I did that one. And I was actually planning on doing the Lime Rock one, but then my brain went like, I'm going to practice this. And I started practicing and I started drinking beer. And I was like, I could just continue drinking beer instead of, sweating my ass off. Trying to figure the car out. And that went on for like 3 minutes and I ended up with the beers.
As any, right-minded person should do, yeah. So hopefully we can jump on board with one of these races. We now have, I think it's 20 in the listing. So let's find somebody that's not going to bin it. Here's Foggy, notoriously fast in these cars, as he makes his way onto the start-finish straight over the stripe, which is here. And then you do this little kink that apparently was turn one. If you blinked, you missed it. This isn't a turn at all, even though it's another kink. And then we are into, is this Tamburello? Yeah, Tamburello.
Yes.
Tamburello. And then this corner back there doesn't get a name. It's not good enough, but it's part of the Tamburello, Variante Tamburello. Then this is Villeneuve, fast in and slow out wobbly. That one's a challenge.
Yeah, and if you go too wide, you're gonna clip the grass.
Yes.
It's gonna be sent off to the right.
Yeah, this is Tozer, which is one of the sharpest hairpins, and it's uphill going right the way through it. It's a very strange corner, lots of wheel spin, and loss of momentum if you get that one wrong. Piratella is the top of the hill here. Again, famous for people shooting off to the right there and disappearing off camera. And then a very, very steep drop down here into Aqua Minerale, which is a 1x magnet, isn't it, Wobbly? You get 1x's on both sides of that turn.
It's always the way how iRacing judges those, because all those weird kind of small chicanes where you just want to go flat out through, they'll say, oh, you can't touch this, you can't touch that. So yeah. I think we have like a 15 incident limit on the league, right?
It is 15, yeah, every 15.
Yeah, it's 15. So it's not gonna help the guys which are already struggling with the car, at least are having a rougher time driving it around. And if you know that you're that type of guy, you're just gonna be eased off in that chicane, and the end result is you're gonna be slower.
Yes, absolutely. And we shot our way through Variante Alta, which is the other chicane, and then Ravazza, which is the double left-hander at the end of the lap. And that was the fastest lap of the race, of the qualifying session. So provisional poleman at the minute is Nicole Foggy on a 1:42.43. So he's opened his account quite nicely.
Yeah, but he's only a 10th quicker than he was in practice. And if I see what times Chris did, that's the 41.7 in practice. Yeah, so if Chris is able to put it together on that same lap or the same quality of lap, then he's definitely gonna get the pole, I think.
Yeah, some really powerful macros, hasn't he?
Yeah, yes. He was texting me about the macros which I use, so I gave him some.
Oh, okay, yeah. Sharing is caring. Yeah,
I did the same thing for Tyler, but he's still shit.
So, let's have a quick chat about the standings at the minute. So, in the Simability Cup, which is the one that most people are bothered about, that's the individual one. Crash Jackson is the top man at the minute on 913 points. That's with his drop score as well. He is way ahead at the minute. The car behind him is Kenzie Newhoff, who is on 687. And Adam Wright, who's on 640, is in third, with Tony Klusterman on 624 in fourth, and then Tyler the Smiler on 594 in fifth. So from first to second, there's a gulf, right? But after that, everybody's fairly close.
Okay.
Marco Namail has made it into the session after I sent him his invite earlier.
You want a pat on the back?
Well, if that's what's going, then yeah. I'm not going to turn it down. Oh, thanks.
That felt so
put
good.
a time in?
Finally got the recognition.
Yeah. He's put a time in 9th, which is pretty hot, seeing as he's only done about an hour's worth of practice. Right then, team standings. NQR North America, head and shoulders and everything else in front at the moment on 1612, with BSTV Esports Green on literally 1,234 points, and then NQR Europe on 1128. So some gaps starting to form now. Racing Forces, which is what you're looking at the moment with Ryan James, they are in fourth on 870. And Team Chimera, which is Simon Trendell and Jamie Wilson, are in fifth on 873.
Will Jamie ever beat Simon?
As long as he crashes, yeah.
Yes or no?
No. Safe Driver Award at the moment. So Sean Leyland is in, but I think he only did one race. Chris Jackson is in second. with Ivan in third, Ivan Batmans. And then the Fred Bingham Forever Forward Award is led by Chris Jackson on 41 overtakes. And Kenzie Newhoff in second on 31 with Dan Dracier in third on 26.
Didn't
Sorry, go on.
Kenzie stop? I think didn't Kenzie leave the league or something?
Yes.
Or break, whatever.
I don't know what's actually happening there, but he said that he's not enjoying what he's doing at the minute, so he's taking a sabbatical, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
But hopefully he'll return, and because he's such a handy driver, it's unreal. Very talented individual. And then we've got this head-to-head, which I never fully understand, even though Clyde always says it's dead simple.
It's that simple, mate.
Alright, you can talk about it then.
I don't have the scores for him, but it's super simple. You just got this thing in a pool, and then you got a guy and a final, and then one goes down and one goes up, and then a guy wins.
Oh, right, okay. I'm glad it was so simple for that. So at the minute, we're in the quarterfinals. And it's in quarterfinal 1, it's Stephen Phillips versus Vincent Skilbeck. And they've all got this race evening to sort out who's going to go forward into the semi-finals. In quarterfinal number 2, we've got Adam Wright versus Kenzie. At the minute, sorry, I'll go back to the first one. At the minute, Vincent is beating Stephen Phillips. In quarterfinal 2, Adam Wright versus Kenzie. Obviously, Kenzie is winning up to this point because I don't think Adam drove last time. But Kenzie not driving this time. We'll have to see where Adam finishes. So that one could be a bit tasty by the end of the race. And then in number 3, it's Chris Jackson versus Simon Trendell, and Chris Jackson's winning that by 98 points at the minute. He's on 175 versus 77. And then in the last of the quarterfinals is Tony Kloosterman on 111 versus Nikolai, who's on 71. So tonight's race will sort out who actually goes forward on those aggregate results into the semi-finals. Then we have a playoff, then we have the final. Apparently it's dead simple. I'm the only one that can't work it out.
It's super simple. I was not kidding about that. You just got you got a pool, right? You got like 4 drivers, and you just check out in 4 races who has the most points, and then you got 2 guys going in towards the semi-final. And the semi-final I just grouped together from different pools like A and B.
Right.
So A goes against B and stuff like that. And then you got, for example, Chris against Simon, and it's compared over 2 races, I think, just from the top of my head. And the person who has the most points within those 2 races goes through.
Okay.
So that's basically it. So it's just plus and plus.
I get it now.
You do a good job, you go through. You do a bad job, you go down.
Yeah, I suppose it's one way of getting Chris Jackson to not win something, isn't it?
Yeah. And basically to be able to let you win something.
Well, as in me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll never happen.
No, yeah, I was just kidding, mate. I was just being nice. It doesn't suit me, I know.
So Nicole is still holding the top spot. Chris Jackson has only done, I say only, I'm just comparing it to what you said he'd done in his practice earlier.
Yeah.
He's done a 142.59, his last lap out there.
Yeah. Yeah, and Simon also did him, and Tony did him.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point, actually, yeah. So Nicole is provisionally pole at the minute. Simon Trendell in second, Tony Kloosterman in third. Before we get to Chris Jackson, Tyler, and Marco Namela, who's moved himself up to 6th now, so he's getting his eye in. Ryan James is currently provisional 7th. No, he's not, he's 8th now, because Vincent's just put a time in for 7th. Adam Wright is in 9th, he's usually a lot higher up. And Ryan Walker, the Stalker, is in 10th. So it's quite an interesting field, provisionally at the minute for qualifying.
And still 2/10 on a quali lap is within a certain margin where you can do. If you're like 2/10 quicker, then you still be able to follow, or to then slow it in, still be able to follow the guy in front of you. And it's Foggy who has the pole. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. I'll nip down the grid once it goes official, because we're going to have to do this fairly quickly because they'll be gridding straight away. Grid start here. Nicole Foggy is your pole man for Apex Racing Academy. Off second will be Simon Trendell for Team Chimera. Tony Clouston will go off third for NQR North America. His teammate, Chris Jackson, goes off fourth, which is a surprise. Tyler Newitt goes off fifth, BSTV Esports Green, with Marco Nemela next to him in his first race back for Racecraft. Seventh is Vincent Skilbeck for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic, with Ryan James in eighth for Racing Forces. Ninth will be Adam Wright for BSTV Esports Green, with Ryan Walker next to him in 10th for BSTV Esports Green. 11th will be Ant Woodward for NQR Europe, and Bob Woodhouse will go off 12th for NQR Europe as well, his teammate. Miro Hrasky goes off 13th for PCS, with Jamie Wilson off 14th for Team Chimera. 15th is Andrew Hoffman for Pecky's Performance Racing. Nikolai Bogotyrev goes off 16th for NQR Europe. Stuart Brown for Simfinity Esports goes off 17th. Ivan Batmans goes off 18th for Track Velocity Racing. JB Dejoux goes off 19th for LMT Racing. And bringing up the back of the field is Stephen Phillips for Dashhound Racing, which I didn't expect him to be at the back, and he's not actually gridded yet. I don't know whether he's still in the session.
He's not in the session. He might join the second race.
Oh, right, okay. So he's done his practice. He's not quite able to join us for the first one. Oh. Oh, and we've got an inset picture here.
Oh, really
first time for a while. Ooh. Simon Trendell did not move. Oh no!
Oh, who's that?
Vincent. Vincent was on his lid for a while. Utter chaos.
It's amazing that he's still running. And did you see the start from Tony? He just outdid Chris and Foggy and Adam, and
yeah, he just launched it.
Insane start.
We're gonna have to.
Position.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do an autopsy on that. Chris Jackson at the minute is in second. Nicole's been relegated. Marco Nemela's got damage from that Vincent Skilbeck pirouette or somersault or whatever you want to call it. And Marco's letting the field go.
Is that Marco Nemela? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he got in the incident with Vincent, but
he did, yes.
Besides from the fact that Vincent did the corkscrew on the straight and still managed to stay alive, it has been a really good start at the top. I think Tyler gained 2 positions, if I'm correct. Simon had a really bad start as well.
He just bogged down. We're going to have to watch that again once all this has sorted itself out. I can see a couple of people are going to be in pit road straight away. Marco Nemela and Vincent.
You don't need a hood.
The front of his car looks absolutely mashed, and the side of it's absolutely caved in. So, so here's the first slipstreaming opportunity.
Yeah, it seems like Vincent to have a run on Chris. Is he going to do this? He's going to stick it on the left, right?
No. Sensible options for Nicole Foggy. Clearly wants to make it to the end. Stuart Brown here.
Probably already thinking about preserving his tires. Although it's like a 30-minute race, the V8s are really, really rough on their tires.
Yeah, and some of these drivers struggle to maintain those tires at all. That was Stuart Brown going toe-to-toe with JB Dejoux and getting the move done.
And you can see Simon is all over the back of Tyler now.
He is crawling all over him, yeah. He was virtually pushing him down the road there. As they come towards Aqua Minerale. He's showing his nose just in the mirrors, just to let Tyler know he's still there, like he could forget.
Well, it's an American guy, you know, that rates. So when should we start talking about Thomas Edison and so how we missed the whole race again?
In a little while, I want to do the autopsy of what happened on that start because there was a lock up there from Simon, I think. No, Jamie. Sorry, Jamie. Yeah. This is Simon having a look at Tyler again. Adam Wright's moved himself right up to 3rd place in 3 positions since the start. I did say his start position was out.
What's that?
Adam.
No. I think that Foggy had a slowdown. He let like 3 cars by.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, yeah, he's dropped right back, yeah.
He's suddenly in 5th position, so he's probably gonna had a slowdown somewhere on the track.
Well, there's the most obvious one is at Aqua Minerale, and if you don't get that one, then Variante Alta is the other place to get one.
And even on his hab, you can see Foggy has the inside line, but the outside line carries more speed.
Yes.
So it's the question either if it's
Look at that.
James, the side by side for that.
Yeah.
I mean, they're doing it better than Latifi and what was it?
Yeah. Oh, sideways from Tyler, and off track from Tyler.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything else.
And a slowdown probably from that as well, because that's where the slowdown is. So Tyler's slowly shuffling himself backwards at this point, but hopefully he'll sort himself out and move forward. Jamie going a bit sideways into that chicane. Into Ravazza here. Look at him, he's pushing him around the corner basically. That's super close.
He's just bump drafting him through the corner.
Yeah.
I'm not taking any of this, just let me bump draft you, mate.
Yeah. There's Ryan James in front. We were on board with Simon there. As Chris Jackson has honed in on the back of his own teammate now.
Yeah, and you can see Tyler letting Ryan by because of the slowdown.
Yes.
Oh, it's his normal pace, I don't know.
Fighting talk from Weber. Evening to Alan Toon. Right, Marco Nemela's sim crashed, which is the cause of the issues at the start, apparently.
No, that was before qualifying.
Oh, that was before qualifying. Sorry, I missed that.
A bit late.
Yeah, apparently so.
I mean, how would it be driving, Pete? Just tell me. If it
Might have been one of those black screen situations. I've had those.
What are you talking about?
Around the outside, where your screen goes black and you can't see anything for a few seconds.
But not the whole lap.
No.
That was so close. It's like inches apart. Look.
Oh, straightened him up though. That's the Hoff getting beaten and battered there. As Miro makes his way through.
Jamie puts an instant move there as well. Jamie?
Good idea, yeah. It's Jamie Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, he instantly moved on Harsaki? Husky?
Miro Hraski.
Haraski, sorry about that. I'm not sorry, but at least I tried.
Sorry, not sorry. God, there's action everywhere. The Hoff is now doing some gardening, some verge work.
He's doing the Bottas lines, mate.
Oh, Ivan, where are you going?
He saved it. Yeah, I think he just
got
over there on the throttle and wheel spin to the left, and he did a good job without at least not getting into the wall.
Could have done that yesterday. I was trying to get away with one.
Oh yeah, you did the official and you said it was chaos, didn't you?
Nah.
No?
Just had a broken car for 20 laps.
That's your fault, sir.
Well, it wasn't for this time, at least. Just appears to have an incident in front of me in the last chicane. Oh no, Miro.
Oh, that was at Villeneuve. It's not the first person to have done that. There's plenty of people's cars in that wall.
It's like there's action all over the place. It's like everywhere, everything is happening at the same time, and it's really hard to follow.
And this is why this league is so entertaining, and why it's gone on for so long. Oh, Simon getting a bit wheel spin, yeah.
Well, you can definitely tell that Simon has the pace over the guys in front of him.
Oh, yes. He's way out of place at the minute. So that's Bob Woodhouse and Ant Woodward in front of these guys.
And looking at the times, you could. Chris is 0.2 behind Tony. And we know that those guys are teammates, but they're still gonna fight each other tooth and nail.
And that's the beauty of this league. It's everybody's racing. Team orders and things like that. They do come into it from time to time. We've seen it, but it's very infrequent. These guys just like to race. Whoa! Jeez, Simon. His tyres must be like mush. Here's Vincent, way down. And there's Stuart. I thought Stuart had already overtaken JB, so JB's taken that position back at some point.
Yeah, the Undertaker was overtaking again.
Yeah, the Undertaker overtake, yeah. If it was an Australian track, he'd be the Undertaker overtaking down under.
Heyo.
Heyo. So Ryan Walker is now still trying to fend off Simon Trendell.
Hey, you can tell that Ryan is really driving defensive lines. I mean, he's on the inside, and
yeah,
and Simon has to find a way to get past him. But then again, Tyler has, according to the standings, he wants to be in front of Simon.
Right.
So there are more parts to play here. I think that Ryan is defending this position for Tyler.
Yeah, and they're all catching Bob Woodhouse, who's the Simability car just in front, the NQR Europe car. Oh, here we go. This is for the lead.
Yeah, but this is a team. He's holding back, you see?
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
It didn't look like it for a minute there. He just about inserted himself in front of him.
I don't know when we'll be able to see the start back.
No, I know, it's just too much going on.
Yeah.
It's just all so packed together. I mean, this is the race we want to see. Yes, like 4 cars back together, another group back together. It's great, great fun.
No, it's just a brilliant league. Here goes Stuart again. On the outside this time. He was on the inside the last time he tried this. It's possible around the outside here, because then you get the left bit here. But you've got to really cover it off before you get through this left-hand kink.
I like to see JB fighting. I like that. I always think that he's a good guy. He's a good driver. He's a good fun lad on Discord, but he needs to get his elbows out sometimes.
Yes, I'd agree with that. Just not when he's racing me. That'd be great.
And when he's racing you, he should just kick you off.
It's hard to have your elbows out into a coffin.
That's good.
We should ask him on that.
Yeah.
Look at this line Ryan is taking. I mean, he's frustrating Simon every lap.
But he's not losing any time to Bob Woodhouse. They're still with Bob Woodhouse, absolutely. So even with the defensive driving, he's not losing out necessarily.
It's either Bob being slower than Ryan is. Maybe Ryan is faster than Bob, and Simon is faster than Ryan.
Yeah, it could happen.
And Tyler is just Tyler. He's just all the way at the back.
All the way at the back.
Something from yesterday, Ryan was fast. He did a 3rd place finish in the officials, behind behind Adam and Stephen Phillips. So he's fast. Right. He's not slow. So.
Oh, there's an incident somewhere on what corner is that? On the hairpin.
Tozer.
I don't know who it was.
Oh, that's a hip check there. That's bouncy from Simon, and Tyler's gonna try and take advantage. Is he? Nope. That was a bit of proper door-to-door, that. Now they've lost Bob Woodhouse. Oh, hang on. Nikolai. Outbrakes himself into the first chicane, is he? No.
Yeah, he hit that. Yeah, he hit the sausage car.
Yeah. It doesn't take much in this car, does it? Oh, he's missed the wall, has he?
Oh,
Whoa, yes. Good effort.
he avoided the center death.
Yeah.
What do you think of the new paints of the BSTV cars?
Do it.
Oh, that's what I saw. Yeah.
Pete prefers the old version.
Pete prefers the old version, okay?
Yeah.
I prefer the old version.
Ah.
Tyler prefers the old version.
Then why are we driving the new version?
Because Clyde's a fucking dictator.
That's funny.
You don't even have to say that. It's obvious. It's the case.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah.
And imagine having to broadcast with him absolutely dictating everything. It's just a nightmare. There's nothing we can do. Please help us.
Yeah. We're so oppressed. Oh, here we go. Nicole is now found Adam on track.
So Adam is having... We didn't mention him yet that much, but he's driving a really solid race at third place.
Mm-hmm.
I think he started like 5th, something.
Ninth. No, he started
graded 9th.
I think.
No,
was it
9th?
9th? Oh, no,
So
he did. Yeah, he's up 6 places.
He's up 6 places, 3rd position in the race. I mean, we're fighting with Foggy, who we know has an alien pace.
Yeah.
Doing a really good job holding him off as well.
Well, we're approaching halfway through the race now. We've still not managed to find a window to go back to the start and see exactly what happened in those incidents.
I was just about to say that we should go back to the start. I think Adam got us a bit of a slowdown because it was very wide at that one around.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm not sure we'll be able to keep up with...
Always wriggling through them.
Yep, yeah, he does have a slowdown. And these 4 now, they'll catch up to Bob. I think they're going to battle all the way through, and if something happens, we'll get back to it. But I think right now is the best time to actually watch
Let's have this then.
If we do that later, it's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, so Tony had a really good start. You see him on the 2nd row right behind Foggy.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like he...
And Simon just doesn't go.
I think Simon and Foggy had the same issue. I had too much wheel spin.
Yeah.
So and then what happened to
Yeah.
Vincent?
So Vincent and Marco and Imola definitely get together. Ooh.
That's a small touch.
Ooh. Oh, still couldn't see it because of the crowd of cars in front.
Yeah, he got a
How
small
on earth
tap.
did he get back on his wheels facing the right way on the track? He barely lost a position. Right, this should show it now. So we're focused on Vincent, the green-topped car. So that... Oh, he's just driven across the front of Marco.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's Vincent's error, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was. I think just he didn't notice that Marco was there. Probably thought he was in the clear and just went to the right, and Tyler got tapped on the. He got tapped on the back.
Oh, right! I didn't see the contact. Oh, is it Foggy? Oh, Foggy.
No, never mind. There was no room there. He should have just backed out.
He should have just lifted, yeah. But I think he was probably concerned about getting mugged by the time he got to the chicane. But in the end, he got mugged anyway. So.
Yeah, typical American. I can't drive normally. Just when you're going left, it's fine.
So here's Vincent's view. So he's making his way forward.
Clear. I think he just went to the right because he thought that Tyler might have come back.
I see. Right. Okay. How on earth he managed to do that though? That's just pure Australian talent, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean he likes it down under.
He does. It's true.
So he can turn.
Oh, Stuart.
It's Stuart, right?
Yeah. He must be wanting Kylie's award from the GT4TCR league that we run.
Yeah, don't we have a soundboard thing for Kylie?
I don't think so. We've definitely got one for Russell Cowell.
We're racing!
We're racing! Don't even need the soundbite. Have we got the soundbite? That's class if we've got the soundbite knocking about. Hopefully.
Come on, Sam.
I think he's still looking for...
Yeah, he's looking.
Put the sound on the broadcast. That's brilliant. You need to turn the volume up on it though. Oh, that's so funny.
We should just do like a ton of soundboards. And just like the Formula One, they say, like, turn up your volume now this lap.
Yeah. Alan Toon is clearly on Clyde's payroll because he says that Clyde is a saint. Does he even know who we're talking about, do you think?
No, it's another guy.
So, again, Sam, absolutely right, as always. These four still in the same order, still fighting the same positions. I think that he's right. This is going to go on for another, 11 minutes. And this is the type of racing that we tune into V8s to see. And we've had 11 seasons of this. Brilliant. Obviously, people have come and gone in that time. While we're watching these four duking it out, what Italian facts have you got?
Yeah, I got a really good one.
Go on.
And, what was it again? Wait, I'll scroll through it. Give me a sec. Wait, I had a good one. Come back to me in like 2 minutes.
Okay. Again, Simon, right up underneath the boot lid of Ryan, I got a bag full of wheel spin. Sorry, you got it now.
I got it. Yeah, it's the one I already told you guys before we started the broadcast. Tourists throw 100 million euros, 1 million euros into the Trevi Fountain each year. I mean, 1 million euros. I'm gonna fucking live there and grab all the fucking money.
Yeah, just get a net in it every year. Just keep netting the money out of it. Hey.
And let's find out. Pete asked why. I said like, well, the tourists. Why wouldn't they?
These must be rich tourists, though.
Yeah, man. They're all from Holland and stuff like that.
Yeah, right. Certainly not from Britain.
No, just got like 10 quid.
Hello to John Manley on the broadcast. He said he's come and gone from the league. Happy to see the series still running and enjoying the broadcast. He was brilliant in this car. It was great fun with John Manley driving.
Pete, I think you should...
What?
You should move to Italy. Just because...
Here we go.
Just because cats got rights.
Cats have rights?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's awesome.
If you get convicted or kill a cat and you get convicted by it, you have to face up like 10,000 euros of a fine or 3 years up to prison.
Oh, let's see, that for me is proper justice. Cats rule.
No.
Yeah, definitely. Sam, Dom would agree with me, wouldn't he? He's got cats.
I'm busy trying something out. I haven't heard anything about your conversation.
Sam's busy, apparently.
I'm always.
He's always busy. So, Simon seems to go as much backwards when he's scrapping at the minute as forwards, wobbly, because he gets right underneath the lid and then puts his foot down and he wheel spins it, falls back towards Tyler and then makes his way forward again. It's like he's at the bubble in a spirit level.
It might just be being Simon pushing the tires and having the true pace, the raw pace, faster than the guys in front.
Mm-hmm.
Just because he's trying to make a move.
Wait. Why is Tony all the way back here? That's why Tony's all the way back there. Cheers, Sam. That was at Ravazza.
It's just being under pressure of Foggy. There was no contact, but he's just putting the pressure out there. It's a thing.
Maybe he wants Foggy's autograph and he got nervous.
And the issue with the V8 is if you have a moment like that where you spin the tires, you're gonna be slow the next through.
Sorry.
Simon really wants the position.
Yeah, he does.
You know when you asked me when at the beginning if I drove these cars and I said something about no, it's only just Chris killing me, so I don't drive them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Clyde asked me to do a track guides for the V8 as well.
Right.
So I'm gonna start doing that the next month for this one as well. You don't have to explain the lap anymore because people don't trust you.
What do you mean they don't trust me?
No, it's fine.
I do great track maps. I used to do them properly. Oh, I'm not going to go into that anyway. He's trying to go again.
Yeah, and he's lighting up his tires, and still it's a sprint. There's only 6 minutes left to go, so he really has to make a move. But then again, it's a reverse grid, right?
Yes.
So a reverse grid. Does he really want to overtake Ryan?
To get the points out of this one, I'd say yes.
Yes, but if he overtakes him, it's gonna be behind him in the next race.
Yeah. Then he can do it again.
Yeah, and then he can fight the whole hour or half an hour again.
Stuck behind Ryan.
Stuck behind Ryan. So I think Tyler is pretty happy where he is. He's like, I'm gonna be on pole.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Just let these guys kill each other if they do.
But hang on, this is from the guy
This is really a really good exit.
Who actively kind of demoted himself down the standings so that you could get the pole in the second race.
I would not do that such a thing.
You've done it twice.
4 times. Where we just lift off. Let 3 guys through so I could get pole.
Oh dear, that was so funny.
It wasn't a TCR that in the ITCR league.
Yeah, ITCR, yeah.
And to be honest, I don't want Tyler on pole because he keeps complaining about he's slow, and every time it's like the same thing. We've been driving the GT4 leagues as well, right? We did that.
We've got a change for the lead that's happened, and I don't think we spotted it. So Nicole is now our race leader. Chris Jackson is in second.
Must have been an issue then.
Must have been. What on earth? Here we go. This is it. It's just happened. Has to be something.
Or it's a slow down.
Oh, it's a slowdown. Yeah, you're right.
Always right.
No, you're not, but yeah, you're right. What? Chris is out of fuel.
He's going very slow.
He really is as well.
Maybe it's just on the edge of getting the extra lap or not.
Adam Wright is now in front of Chris Jackson.
I think Sam is spot on.
I think he is as well. Very, very astute from our race director.
Tony stayed behind.
I don't know.
Does he want Chris to have the most points? Or is just... I don't understand.
No, I don't get what's going on at the minute. This is definitely a subject matter for interviews at the end of the feature race. Tyler looks like he's got the speed on Simon at the minute.
Yeah, I think it's Simon modded his tires by fighting Ryan this hard.
For the last 16 laps.
yeah, he's been running behind Simon like I'm just there. What do you do, you know? Whipping it around, waving to the other guys.
Just to return to John Manley, he said I was too kind. It was a battle just to stay on the track in this car. Couldn't agree more with that. Looks like they're more stable now, or everybody got much better now. I think both of those facts are true. I think this car is more stable than it used to be. I don't know what Sam's thoughts are, because he drives it way more than I do. And the talent in this league, particularly, is immense now. Do you think the car's more stable, Sam?
It's definitely easier than the previous car with the old tire models.
Yeah.
Way easier, but it's still a beast. You still have to fight it.
If you have to fight it, it's slower.
You can't drive real cars, Wobbly, so I'm not talking to you.
We saw Simon get overtaken by Tyler. I think he had a slowdown. As a few of them have managed to achieve now. Tyler's getting a bit squirrely, and Simon's very squirrely now on those tyres. Very worn and probably red hot. Ryan Walker's still not managed to do anything about Bob Woodhouse now that he's not got Simon's attention behind him. But like you're saying, Wobbly, he's going to be quite high on the grid now, isn't he? If he stays where he is.
Yeah. So I mean, first row or second row, well, he messed up his start, the first start, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna go in the warm-up session and he's gonna try what he did wrong.
Yeah.
And he's gonna nail the next start. So it might. Yeah, I don't know. He's gonna be first now, so I think he's fine. And Simon is a real strategic, smart guy.
Yeah. Very much so. Yeah.
I mean, he knows what he's doing, and I think that, yeah, I'm pretty sure he modded his tires, but he's not too sad about it while being in pole in the next race.
Yeah.
I know why Adam is second, by the way.
Go on.
I've been sending him PMs, direct message the whole race.
What, the inspirational ones you sent me?
Go faster.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Oh yeah.
Lifting is for pussies.
Yeah, I like that
faster,
one particularly.
Go faster, pussy.
Oh yeah.
Still not first.
Still not first. So, he's got 6 seconds to make up on Foggy. Foggy's properly checked out. We must be on the final lap or getting to it now. I've not seen the flagman for a while. I can't see if he's shaking his thing. Here comes Nicole Foggy now.
I don't know, I switched the camera, but he's still standing there like he's a bot.
Who is?
The flagman.
Right, okay. So, let's see if this is the final lap. Not yet, because he'd have been wiggling about and flashing his lights, no doubt. Oh, no, that was the little bit of wiggle that we know from Foggy, so great victory there. And these guys, you can throw a small hanky over all of them. Simon. This is going to be a bit tasty now. Oh, he's gone in for it. Oh!
If I would have been Tada, I would have just braked and got the pole position. Like, you want this position so bad, go ahead.
Yeah, there's Jamie, his teammate, trying to get one on the Hoff. And he's done him. The Hoff car looked like it was half destroyed. And there's Miro with the damage from earlier. Marco Namela rolls over the line 15th. And Vincent, 16th is Ivan. And then JB managed to stave off Stewart in the end after Stewart's pirouette. Very anti-alta. I don't think Stewart's gone again. Stewart's the dead or alive candidate for the V8s at the minute.
There goes the Undertaker.
Yeah.
Going to Priner's hospitals apparently for the children.
Oh yeah.
That's a weird combination, being an Undertaker for children.
No, I think Shriners Hospital is a hospital for children that he's advertising. His Undertaker business is Deju Funeral Services. You'll see on the rear quarter panel on the car.
Okay. Just trying to get a real thrill story going, but okay.
Right, so finishing order for the sprint race. We've got a different person taking the plaudits that isn't Chris Jackson. So Nicole Foggy takes the win for the sprint race at Imola for Apex Racing Academy. Adam Wright finishes second for BSTV Esports Green. Chris Jackson finished third for NQR North America. Tony Klusterman in fourth, his teammate. Ryan James finished fifth for Racing Forces. Ant Woodward finished sixth for NQR Europe, and his teammate Bob Woodhouse finished behind him. At the head of the four-car train, with Ryan Walker finishing 8th for BSTV Esports Green and his teammate Tyler Newitt in 9th. Simon Trendell finished 10th. We saw him struggling with his tyres partway through. Team Chimera and his teammate finished behind him, but some way back in 11th, Jamie Wilson. Andrew Hoffman pipped at the line in 12th for Pecky's Performance Racing. Nikolai Bogotyrev in 13th for NQR Europe. And then we've got Amiro Hraski in 14th. Marco Mailer in his first time back in 15th. Vincent Skilbeck, those two in that incident right at the start in 16th. Ivan Batmans in 17th. JB in 18th. Stuart Brown in 19th. And Stephen Phillips did not start this one, but we're hoping that he's going to be in for the feature race. Which puts Simon Trendell on pole for this next one, Wobbly.
Yeah, and we already know that Simon has the pace because he was starting second right behind Foggy. Had a really bad, unlucky first lap. Fell back quite a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if Simon is the one who's going to be running away with the next the main layer race.
Yeah, I mean he's going to have Tyler right behind him, but he had Tyler right behind him for the whole of the sprint race, really, didn't he? Apart from right at the end.
Yeah. So I'm really confident that I think that Simon is going to take this one home.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean he's got it all in his locker. There's definitely a win in this car for Simon Trendell at some point. And then we saw NQR Europe having a good turnout. So Ant in 6th, Bob in 7th, and Nikolai in 13th. That's a pretty good showing for NQR Europe this time. Ant Woodward, who was ready to throw his toys and everything else out a few races ago, probably now appreciates that he didn't, because that's a really good result for Ant, isn't it? 6th place.
Yeah, and then he's been, I know for a fact that he's been practicing quite a bit just to get on terms with the quicker guys.
Right.
So a 6th place is a really good outcome from him. And
yeah.
and for Rob as well, 7th, a good job for them both. I heard, by the way, that they had a brother. It's called Ben Wardhouse. You know, because the one is called and put Rob and Wardhouse. You know.
Oh dear, that one was awful. Anyway, I've just seen Stephen Phillips in his Dash Iron racing car on track, doing some practice bits. They've got a few minutes worth of warm up here, 10 minutes of it before we go to the feature race. Sam, is this the one where I need to type something in order to delay the start? I can't remember for Jamie.
Not only for Jamie, but yes, it's the one.
Do you remember what I have to type? Because I can't remember.
Oh, jeez, come on, man.
Put it in the chat and I'll do it.
It's somewhere.
So once you guys figure that out, I'm gonna grab a beer.
No worries.
If you right-click on somebody, you will extend from 1 minute. But
oh, is that what you do? Right, let me go and find somebody that's on track then. Oh, I can't because you're... There we go. No, can't extend it.
Well, you can't because we are in a...
We're not in a race. Oh, okay. Okie doke.
It's only when you're in the race, yes.
Gotcha. Either that, just shout out to Jamie in the chat and on the broadcast because I don't know how to separate the two. And he can tell me while he's sat on the grid. And
also, we are trying something out with Jamie today using something else than SDK to have the insert pictures. As we know, I'm not using SDK anymore for that because it's buggy as hell.
Yeah.
And it seems to work fine, so that's a good thing. We might have the inside pictures in the future back on BSTV. And thanks to Jamie because he did found the thing and send it to me, and we are trying it today, and it seems to work great, so that's cool.
No, that's awesome. That's good. Sorry, I'm busy searching for how I extend this thing. I can't even remember what the instruction is that you type in. Oh, that's because I can't spell. I can't find that. So, if anybody on the chat knows how to extend the session, that'd be great. Ah, there we go. I've got it. So, there we go. Copy that. And hope that. So, drama over, folks. Stephen Phillips in your picture. Couldn't make the first one. Here for the second one. And Zoe and the other Dachshund. I always forget the other Dachshund's name. I shouldn't. But that is a 2 Dachshund powered car. That's far more powerful than the standard V8. And far more dynamic. Can corner much quicker. Due to the long wheelbase of the Dachshund. All facts that I made up just now. So, quite a few cars on these warm-up laps. We don't often see this, funnily enough. Tony's out, and that's normal. We've got Stephen out because he didn't compete in the first one. That's expected. JB's out, getting some practice in. Nikolai's out. The Hoff is out. Tyler's on track. And Marco, because he's out practicing the car and probably wants to do a good showing in this one after having Vincent chuck his car at him in the first one. Is also on track. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, so did you know that the average Italian consumes 25 kilograms of pasta every year?
That doesn't seem a lot.
25 kilograms, like a portion is like 250 grams.
Yeah, but there's 365 days of pasta eating in the year, right?
25 kilos, mate. That's more than my child weighs.
Really? Do you have a stunted child growth child?
Yeah, one with 2 limbs.
She does 25 kilos.
It's quite a bit, mate.
Is it?
For
How much do I weigh in kilos? I only know it in stone.
I don't know. What's your weight?
Like 14 stone.
14 stone?
Yeah.
What 14? Oh, I've got 40. Jesus.
14, 1-4.
88.
It's Clyde 88.
88.
So a quarter, well, yeah, just under a quarter. Oh, that is quite a lot of pasta.
Yes. So
Wow.
That's about what, like 6 stone?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, less than 5.
Yeah, 4 and a bit.
Yeah, 4 and a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of pasta. I do like pasta though. Do you get a lot of pasta in Holland?
Yeah, I always eat pasta before I'm gonna start working out. So it's got a lot of carbs in it.
Didn't you do like half a marathon because you're only like half good recently?
Yeah, so I broke my foot like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. It was so funny.
No, you can't. You don't remember that.
No,
because...
I know. I just wanted to say it was funny. You've only been with us for about a year.
Yeah, about a year now. Yeah. And look at how far I've. Oh. And you. Long story short, my foot hurt like hell. I couldn't stand on it anymore, and I think I overdid it with the training because before I was doing the half marathon. So I'm running on a different program now. So I ran like 18 kilometers, and I then just had. I couldn't stand on it anymore. Was great. Was a good job.
Good job. That's funny. So, we've just seen Stephen Phillips practicing a pit stop, which is something that everybody should do. I'm notorious in my races for screwing that up good and proper. I've missed pit boxes. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. I'm sure we do. I'm sure we do.
It was the one at Donington where I got...
It was the one at Donington.
Yeah, where I got dipped by Chris with like 1,000th of a second.
Yep, that'd be the
same
one.
race. Yeah.
Yeah.
We both have good memories in Donington.
We do. Some are better than others. I've just extended the grid time to 2 minutes so that Jamie can set his cameras up. And anybody else for that matter. Oh no, because we're only using Jamie's as a test, aren't we, Sam? So that makes more sense now. Awesome. So everybody takes the grid. So Simon Trendell, it will be your pole man for race 2 for Team Chimera. I'm just going to race through these now. Tyler Newitt will go off second for BSTV Esports Green. Ryan Walker, his teammate, goes off third for BSTV Esports Green. Bob Woodhouse goes off fourth. Frankie Wild Europe and his teammate is next to him. Ant Woodward in fifth. Ryan James off sixth. Tony Klusterman off seventh. Chris Jackson off eighth. Adam Wright off ninth. 10th will be Nicole Foggy, the race winner from the sprint race, just in case you're joining us late. Jamie Wilson goes off 11th. Andrew Hoffman goes off 12th. Is it Nikolai after that? Oh, sorry. Yeah, Nikolai off 13th. Miro off 14th. Marco Nemela off 15th. 16th will be Vincent Skilbeck. 17th will be Ivan Batmans. JB goes off 18th. Stuart Brown goes off 19th. And 20th will be Stephen Phillips, who didn't race in the sprint one, but he's racing in the feature one, so good effort. So we are waiting for Nicole Foggy to grid. Sorry?
Yeah, good for Stephen to show up, even though he couldn't attend the sprint race.
Yeah, totally. Right, everybody's on the grid now. We're just waiting for the lights. Oh, Ant Woodward has left the grid. That could be an issue for Ant. If the lights start now, or does my instruction to iRacing override everything?
It does.
In that case, Ant's going to be fine. He's back already. That's good. Just didn't want anyone missing the start. Oh, and now he's gone again. Is he strobing? Is he just joining the grid and leaving the grid? Joining the grid, leave the grid. Oh, and we've gone green without him.
Again, a bad start from Simon.
Yeah, what is that about? Ant Woodward must be starting from pit road. He's not in the session at the minute. Not on the grid, or on track. So it's a bit of a mob.
The first corner, yeah.
Yeah. Bit of a mob going through the first few turns. Too wide, most of the field in the centre there. The leaders have sorted themselves out, but this is a bit congested. You can see Foggy there, just behind these two. These two being Adam and Simon.
And you can already tell that Foggy is looking for a move to get his way forward as fast as possible.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what's happened to Ant. He's still not on track, so that's disappointing. He had a really good showing in race 1. Stuart is having a look at Ivan and has shuffled himself backwards now towards Jamie as a result of that. Jamie's down a whole bag full of positions.
Yeah, I'm not curious what happened there.
Yeah, I didn't see anything happen on camera, but he's obviously ended up at the back, or pretty much at the back. There he is, going through your screen now. Marco Nemela heading a group of cars.
Maybe you should teach Simon something, how to start this car.
Yeah, I think so. Miro Hraski obviously having a slowdown there, letting a load of cars past him. Stephen Phillips on a charge with Vincent. So these two end up at similar positions on the finishing order. These two are going to be very competitive with one another, making their way through, and that's Nikolai just in front of them. Meanwhile, at the pointy end, We're focused on Ryan James there, or we were.
Tyler
Here's
seems
Ant
to be
Woodward.
pulling
Right.
a gap. Yeah, Tyler seems to be pulling a gap on Ryan.
Yes, he does. Yeah,
1.7 seconds.
Yeah. It's a handy bit of a lead, that. Ryan's under some pressure at the minute from Bob Woodhouse, so Tyler will want to get away down the road as quick as he can. I mean, he'll know that the likes of Tony's moved himself up 3 positions already. I mean, that's a good start from Tony Kloosterman. Inset camera from Jamie, as we were used to. Look at him closing in on Stewart there.
Ooh. That was
Wow. It kind of was and wasn't. Jamie went extreme to the right, didn't he?
Rewrite
three
that's gonna be
into this one. Ooh, Miro's gone round.
Yeah.
Stewart did very well not to hit him, and JB did probably very well not to hit him harder.
Exactly what happened yesterday.
Is it?
Exactly the same
Right.
thing, yes. Except that
Wow.
Miro was the other guy, and the other guy.
and
was
sometimes sometimes Sam, you see a gap which you're like, I'm gonna go for this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
but
not
I think
the smartest thing to do.
Yeah, I think there's netcode involved in that specific chicane because that was exactly the same yesterday. Look at that.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wow, yeah.
That's massive. And
Jimmy.
yesterday was exactly the same. And I don't think going too wide in that chicane is a good idea because
No.
of multiple things. First, it's very tight, and secondly, it's
Going too wide into this one isn't a great idea either, but Adam Wright was having a go.
Still have more space in that one than the other one. It looks like Adam is struggling.
No,
Probably
he's
has to
got
go
to
down.
slow down. Marco Nemela's on him now.
And just by looking at that chicane, you can tell that everybody is taking different lines.
Yes.
One is really attacking that corner, and the others are, depending on which line they're taking, really flowing through that corner more.
Yeah.
Opening up the steering wheel just to not scrub the tires.
And each one will have its benefits, I'm sure. I mean, I drive this particular corner that's on the screen now differently depending on the car because some of them don't react well to the high curbs there. Some of them prefer to hit the curbs because it turns the car for you.
Bearing in mind, I recently changed the off tracks of that chicane. You cannot hit the curb as much as you did in the past.
Oh,
And
really?
because
Right.
of that F1 bullshit they provided to the service, yeah.
Okay.
Same as Montreal, exactly the same.
Right.
Last chicane there. Yeah.
Did it the
It's
same
a shame
thing on
because
Red
the
Bull Ring, right?
Yeah. Probably, yes, probably. But Red Bull Ring came out with these already in. I think because they were already doing the F1 car. And that's probably why Spa has the same off tracks as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's all the tracks that have got a rules tab in the intro area, isn't it?
Yeah, but in the defense of iRacing, the way they did it on Spa was a good implementation.
Oh, it was, because Spa was a bit ridiculous with the amount of off tracks you picked up.
Well, when
just
you can't
driving the
race it,
corners as the real guys do. Sorry, Sam.
When you can't race Spa, I agree that the previous one was a bit horrendous. But
What
The
do
way
you
you were going- one is better, the
the
new
way
one
you
is
were
better, I
going
agree.
around it was just going slow. I mean, if you're going fast, you gotta get the off tracks.
I hate you both. Right, so Vincent still staring at the back of Nikolai's car. This is a 1 hour race, folks, so you would think that there's not a rush on, but Vincent's way out of his normal position. He's in 14th at the moment. He finishes around the podium, not necessarily on it, but very close to it normally.
That was a weird snap from Jamie.
Yeah, I think that Chimera car is very lively because both of them are struggling necessarily, not in the same places, but
And they usually run the same setup, which Simon
yes,
creates.
seems a bit difficult to get on the power and a bit snappy in the tight corners. So here comes Foggy on Chris Jackson. That'll be an interesting tangle when they eventually face off against one another.
This is almost like they're in a DRS train right behind Tony.
Yeah, yeah. I think it actually probably starts at Ryan Walker.
It starts at Ryan, yeah.
Yeah, the toe is reasonably good in this car. Ooh, Simon again getting way out of shape. Are you laughing at me or laughing at Simon?
Nah. That's my response, nah.
This is Jamie, I think. Yeah, it's Jamie trying to get a decent run out of Toes a hairpin and get up the hill. There's his inset picture again.
Oh man, I should live in Italy, man. The average Italian consumes about 100 liters of wine every year.
Called January for you, isn't it?
Oh, Monday.
Monday.
Monday morning.
Whoa! Who's that gone wide? That was Nikolai.
Nikolai with Jamie.
Yeah. So Tony now very interested in Ryan, but he's actually getting Bob Woodhouse pulled forward towards him. Slowly creeping in on Tony is Bob Woodhouse. And obviously Bob is bringing Ryan and Simon with him.
So.
Oh, here we go. This is interesting.
So Marco has the fastest lap time. Marco Nomele.
And we know that Marco Nomela is extremely handy in this car and always was. He's the one that triggered the term the Nomela effect for pitting early and getting a massive undercut on people. So that was Foggy overtaking Chris Jackson. Now, is that in Chris Jackson's battle plan, do you think? Do you reckon that's in his strategy for the race?
Being overtaken is like...
Is he trying to fuel save though, you know, and not fighting as a result of it?
Nah, but in this kind of tow, with the, let's call it the DRS train, this train, yeah. This draft train, there's no need to let the guy behind you pass if you're like the 5th or 6th guy on that train.
Right, okay.
At least in my opinion. I mean, I don't know anything about fuel saving.
Even though it's all you do in the GT4. You see that? Stephen Phillips really onto Hoff now. Taking him a couple of laps to get there. And now he's set his sights upon, what is that, 11th place. He's almost in the top 10, Stephen, already.
I think that Tyler's really happy with Ryan being behind him. Because it seems that the Tyler has a small advantage on raw pace. And Tyler's tactics are about fuel saving as well and conserving the tires. So he's probably just saving a little bit and even pulling away. Yeah. While Ryan seems to be, I don't know if he's saving or not. But from the seasons I did with him in the TCRs, I know that he is capable of saving. But usually it's the car following when he's doing the saving. So
yeah,
I think he's just a tad slower than Tyler is at the moment, which is well very good from Tyler's perspective.
We've got Nicole Foggy, who is literally crawling all over the back of Simon Trendell at the minute.
Simon isn't a driver who's scared easily.
No, he's not. He's absolutely calm under pressure, isn't he?
Yeah, I know this from experience. Foggy seems to have a run on him on the chicane though.
Yeah, he's on the...
Oh, he's a bit wide sliding, and then it's going to cost him a position. Yeah. And now he's on the wrong side for the next corner. And you see that Adam is crawling up as well.
Yeah, that's Chris Jackson in second in that little group at the minute. Getting pushed wide as well.
And now Adam's getting a run. Oh man, this is super close racing.
Awesome. Look at Marco Nomela as well. He's getting in on this one.
he's gonna get a run on Adam. Adam seems to be gaining a position now. He's losing 2.
Yeah, this is what we turn up for.
And you can see that Foggy is trying to push Chris wide a bit. Yeah, he's holding
Chris
off.
is on the brakes super early.
No, he wasn't. He was lifting.
Oh, was he lifting? Fuel saving?
Yeah, he was definitely lifting.
Right. I thought he was just not wanting any part of it. He just wanted to finish, so he didn't want to get into a mess there.
Oh, is it slowing down or something?
Maybe, yeah. Variante Alta is where a lot of people pick up their slowdowns. And at Aqua Minerale, but none of them went wide there. So Marco Namela.
Do you know why it's called Aqua Minerale?
Because it's got mineral water.
Oh, I was hoping you would say I don't know. I was going to say I don't know either.
So I reckon Tony's quite frustrated. I think he. Ooh, Marco!
Ooh, that's really wide. That's the Bottas line.
Yeah. Yeah, the Gardener's line, same as Valtteri Bottas. Oh, now he's been nudged from Stephen. So there's lots going on for Marco Namela at the minute. He's going to be a bit frustrated by that because he was up in 7th place. So what happened here? Just lost it coming through the bottom.
I think he just cut the grass. Yeah.
Oh yes.
He did. Yeah, he did basically what Lando Norris did, and Kevin Magnussen did.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And if I'm looking at the track map, and I see Tyler being in front, and then you see like 4 cars behind that, and then you see a group of 2 cars, then again a group of 2 cars, then you see a group of 3 cars. Everybody's all bunched up together, and only after like position 11 or 12, they get split up a little bit more.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it in the deltas on the interval. Oh, here we go. We're not going 3 wide into Villeneuve, are we?
Oh, why not?
Yeah, let's just do that. Yeah. Stevens very much wanting past Marco Namela.
And you can see that the quick guys are really using the rear of the car to get a little bit more turn in. They just throw it on the straight and just slide a little bit, just get a little bit more slip angle. While the cars, which are let's call them now I don't want to call them slow because they're obviously talented. I just want to call them safer. You see that those cars are not doing that, and that's probably the thing that has differentiates the really quick guys with the medium pace guys.
Yeah, I would agree with that. The ability to control it right on the edge of its grip, isn't it?
Yeah. I know you never felt that, but that's how it works.
I knew there was something coming. Even to Old Man O'Connor on the chat. You need to get Johnny to let you race in this one. Tony Kloosterman again, still. I don't know whether he's even trying to overtake Ryan Walker at the minute. There's Marco trying to get a number done on the Hoff at the moment, which he's probably going to do, but the Hoff's making an issue of it. Hoff managed. Don't think they actually touched.
No, but this is over defending.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, you've got to look at the corner and think, when do I need to bail out in order to not disadvantage myself at this point?
Yeah, I give him one for trying.
Yeah.
But there's like, there's a certain point where you're gonna lose. It's like Putin, he knows he's gonna lose, but he just keeps on. Sorry, it's not political. And look at how close these cars are, man.
We're going to have a 6-car train shortly because I can see Simon and Nicole coming joining up with the back of this 4 here.
And the pressure Ryan is feeling, it must be immense. He
Oh,
sees his
yeah.
whole. I mean, it's annoying. You can tell. If you know your fuel saving, it doesn't really matter. Like I'm just gonna pull away on a certain point. But when you see this whole train behind you, like you feel like pressure. Like, oh man, I'm too slow.
Yeah. I'm like that every race. I want to know who's driving Ryan's car.
It's a beat.
I mean, you're here talking to me, so it can't be you. He's doing a fantastic job of holding them off, though. You are absolutely right. Either that or he's providing a slipstream service for everyone. Here goes
He's
Nicole
making a
again.
move.
Yeah.
He
He's
had a
tried
really
this a
good
few
exit.
times and never made it work yet, so this might be the first one. There you go, done.
Yeah, really good move.
And that's Chris Jackson right behind.
And credit to Simon for leaving this space on the outside. He could easily just squeeze them out.
Yeah. Ryan James doing a fantastic job at the minute. 5th place in this one currently. I think he finished 4th in the first race. I might be very wrong about that.
Who?
Ryan James is about to put a move on Bob Woodhouse. He's the Racing Forces car behind the 2 NQR
5th.
cars.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
5th.
Oh, he's 5th, was he? Right, okay. So 5th and 5th. Brilliant set of results. If he stays here or better.
Yeah, it started 5th, kept his position, and on the first race, I think he started like 9th or something.
Right.
8th.
Sam, do you ever see Ryan James in your officials?
No.
No, so, I mean, he's obviously got the practice and the skill from somewhere. Or maybe he just does officials at different times. Because this isn't a car you arrive and drive in. It's something you have to work at and really learn the individual... Ooh, crikey. Tony got really kicked up on those little bumps. You have to learn the car again on each track. Simon's really wanting past his position back from Nicole. Oh, and we've got a push on here from Tony. He tried to either send it or dive down the inside of Ryan Walker, but it didn't. It wasn't having any of that.
And it seems that the Simon and this oh man, this is going to lose the left hand, right?
Oh yeah.
They somehow managed to make it
Talent,
work.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they worked that out somehow. Nicole and Simon making their way past Ryan James,
Oh,
who I've
that's
just
an
been
awesome
singing
move
the
on
praises
outside.
of. That's amazing. Good effort from Jamie Wilson.
And meanwhile, Tyler is still pulling the gap on Ryan. It's 5.1 seconds.
Ooh. Comes the Hoff again though. Yeah, he's doing a great job out front, it has to be said. Extending his lead. And really, Ryan Walker's playing a great wingman for him.
Yeah, I think we should just give Ryan the interview no matter what, and Tyler we just skip.
Yeah, that'll be fine. We've only got so many hours before midnight anyway.
Yeah. Otherwise,
hang
he's gonna
on.
write a novel about it.
Right, first car to blink, Adam Wright. Now, I've got some inside information about pit stops.
Go ahead then.
I was just laughing at the picture that you put onto our chat. That's funny. Right, where's my inside information gone? Here we go. So race 2. Time drops.
I'm happy you have inside information. They're gonna stop now and stop later.
Yeah,
There you
there's
go.
that one. It's good. Yeah. Tyres should be good, but the strange thing is the right rear takes the biggest beating, and the fronts are perfectly fine. So I don't know that we'll necessarily have tyres in this. Maybe just fuel.
You always take tires in the V8. After 2 laps, they're gone. So you.
After 2 laps.
It's
Wow.
it's tires every time.
It's not like I say that every 2 weeks, but yeah,
I don't listen.
I know. But you should sometimes.
Listening's for wobblies.
Foggy's pushing.
He really is. He's trying to push cars off their normal lines, and that's not worked for him, actually. Simon's having a pop back at him. Oh, such close racing. Brilliant.
So, Pete, do you want... I'm still looking at this 100 facts.
Oh yeah, go on.
Right.
Let's have another one. Whilst Foggy tries to line up Bob Woodhouse.
Therefore, look at this. Is he... And Simon's on the
doing
right.
it.
Oh, he's got a little
run out of
tap.
track. Run out of track. And Chris taking advantage.
Now, I think
Oh, hip check.
that's a nice...
Ooh, Ryan
Free
thinks.
ride.
Oh my god.
Look at this face.
No way. Ryan's chewing his seat right now. That's Code
Really good
Brown
run.
situations. He's managed to retain the position for now. He's slotted back in between the two of them. Great racing from Ryan James. Sorry, you were talking about something more important.
Yeah, the most important thing, I want to say, I'm just looking at this website, it says 100 fun facts. Facts.
Yeah.
And fun fact 79 is the Italian flag is green, white and red.
Yeah, that's just hilarious.
It's a really good fact. But do you know why it's green, white and red?
Is it because that's the colour of a pizza?
No, apparently there's no. The green originates from the Roman Empire,
Right.
where the Roman the flag of the Rome, city Rome,
Yeah.
was green. The white originates from the Italians always being nice and being urgent about it, stuff like that. Just let yourself back. And the red
Right.
appears it's just from blood.
Okay.
I don't
nice.
have a clue, man. I'm just making this up as I go.
I
So
see.
they are nice Roman that loves blood. Okay, noted.
Okay, right, got it. None of these facts are true.
That could have been for the tomatoes on the pizza.
No, what?
That's
In the most
but,
serious
you know.
note, the green stands for hope, the white stands for faith, and the red stands for charity.
See, I believe that.
Yeah, that's not true either.
Oh dear.
No, I'm just kidding.
Right, so Tyler's got himself a 6-second lead now. So that is growing all the time. Ryan Walker's got himself hardly any gap whatsoever. And Tony Klusterman's got a little bit of room behind him at the moment. 1.2 seconds worth of it, but the only problem with that is it's Foggy that's the next car at the back of that gap.
And I'm amazed to see there's nobody that tries the undercut right now. Why?
No, it's weird. Not even Marco Namela. I mean, really, he should, just out of a principle for it, really.
Yeah, if as you said, the tire wear is not that bad, and I can tell you it's not that bad, why are you not taking the opportunity to undercut everybody? Because even if it's the tire wear is not that bad,
Okay, so
new
you two,
tires, it's like flying.
yeah, you two are clearly more intelligent than I am, like most of the human race.
Well,
is there
yeah.
a benefit to staying out and fuel saving, as opposed to undercutting? Is that what people are doing?
Not in the V8, I don't think.
Not in the V8, right?
What
Okay.
are the lap times?
There we go.
Right.
That's the
Adam-
whole of NQR coming into pit road. Sorry.
They are over a second slower.
Because Adam
Them
came
two
in like
tires.
4 laps ago, right?
No, I think he came in 1 lap ago, or maybe 2 at a push. Hang on.
Lap 12, 4 laps ago.
Oh my God, have I been talking for that long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Time to be quiet, Pete. Right, Miro's in as well. Stephen Phillips is in as well. So a lot of visitors to pit road at the moment. Comes Adam, I think
Yeah,
that is. Yeah.
And I think that Tyler is that
Whoosh.
far out that he doesn't really care about the undercut.
So I think that Sam's onto something here, because I think that Adam's just done the Imola effect.
Adam is second right now on track.
Yeah.
Sam is onto something. I just told you that Adam did the first pit stop.
Yeah, the difference is I've got some respect for Sam.
That's the sound people make when they don't review.
Right, so Nicole Foggy has now caught Ryan Roadblock Walker.
Oh, I'm still laughing about that.
Oh.
Sorry.
Easily amused is Wobbly. Oh, we've got a lot of people into pit road now. That looks very, very fast into pit road from Ryan James as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him sat there for a while.
We talked about the undercut effect, and I think there's a few people like Nicole that can go along, because he was clearly faster than the guy he was racing. And if pit now, he's back out with them on track. And if he can be faster with these older tires, there's a shot at it. If not, he might be on the same pace or maybe a bit slower, but he will have better tires. And I think in this case, you can go along. But for the majority of the people, it's not the case.
Right. Okay. That does make a lot of sense. Far more sensible than anything that Wobbly's said so far.
Second position for Adam. There you go.
There we go. Wow.
And it's tied behind. So
that's a really
Tony's
good.
got it. Yeah. Oh, he missed the turn.
Look at that. He hit every one of those black things, didn't he? He's going to lose this position here.
Yeah, but still, I mean, Adam did like 6 laps more now on those tires. So he's going to struggle the first couple of laps compared to the other guys.
Yeah. So these guys are not wanting to sit behind Ryan Walker any longer.
It looks like a karting race, man.
It does. So Chris Jackson now pressuring... Oh, who's this? Oh, it's Tyler, race leader in. So this is going to be tasty now. Let's see what happens here.
I'm amazed how close the guys are racing and still be able to maintain the distance they need.
Yeah.
Each other in the room they need.
It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Those birds were flying just then on the screen without flapping their wings. It was amazing. So, yeah, just to echo that, they're so close to one another, and they've got so much confidence in each other that they can do that. It's just a brilliant league, this. Tyler even. Let's see what gap he ends up with. Foggy is your provisional race leader at the minute. He's yet to visit pit road and owes us a stop, as does JB. Marco Imola leaving pit road.
And you can already tell that Tony is closing up on Adam, and that's the difference between this, let's say 7 lap old tires, and 1 lap old tires. If he's able
like Sam said, the tires are shot after 2 laps.
Yeah, I kind of agree and disagree with you on that side, because I think it's true that they fall off at 2 laps. Then you start to feel the degradation. But still, it's a gradual degradation, so you should be able to, the difference on the 7 laps, you're definitely gonna feel. Even though if you're like 4 laps in, you still have better tires.
Yeah, definitely feel it, but the difference is not as big after 2 or 3 laps, depending on the tracks. You're like half a second faster the 2 first laps, and then it's just a few tenths.
Nicole Foggy's on pit road, so just to let everybody know that.
It's a really good track on defending. We saw Ryan in the first sprint race doing the same thing on Simon. So I think that Adam's tactic is spot on.
Yeah, and Tyler's out with a 6-second lead again, so he didn't lose to anybody on anything.
Because they're all fighting each other, probably.
Probably, yeah. There goes Tyler, and Foggy is rolling down pit road. This
Oh, he's
lot,
gonna end up in the middle.
he's going to get mobbed here, I think. He's out in front of them all, but they've got a whole load of momentum coming down this straight that's not straight. So they're going to reel him in very quickly.
We have to point out that Foggy then did a really good last lap. If he outcut them all. He was in this group.
He was, yeah.
So even though they were on fresher tires, he was still able to put a gap on them. And maybe just a shorter pit stop.
Oh, somebody's really wide there. Who's that? Is that Chris Jackson? Yeah. Struggling here a bit, isn't he? In certain places. Ryan James putting a move on him here. At Piratella, and then down into Acqua Minerale.
And normally we used to see like 2 front runners, or maybe 1 front runner and then a gap, and with just small groups, but we're all clunked up together the whole evening.
Yes. And not for the lower positions. This is literally like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, maybe even 9. I can't see on the screen how many it is. All bagged together. Oh, not anymore though. Chris Jackson's found the extreme route.
You don't see that very often.
No, you don't. He's not having a great time on this track. Usually he's absolutely clinical.
He's back to his crash Jackson again.
Yeah. So just carried too much speed, maybe missed his braking point. Got scared by the car in front of him braking earlier, something like that.
Yeah, and in a car which is ABS, then you're are able to hold it onto it, but on this car you can't. The car tires just lock.
Yeah, they do. And you remember what I said about Stephen Phillips and Vincent being similarly paced at the start of this race? Well, they're still together. They're in 10th and 11th and right behind one another, so...
No, I don't have a clue about it. What was that, what you said?
All of the words I just uttered. I'm not doing it again. Amazing how many different lines there are just coming over the brow of the hill there.
I would have figured that Jamie Wilson had a bit more pace this evening.
Yeah, he's down in 13th at the minute.
And same
in
counts for
an NQR sandwich.
Yeah, and same counts for Nikolai. I saw there a couple of their practice runs before the race, and they look pretty tight and pretty good. But it just seems like on the race pace they're falling off, so they might be doing something weird on the tires and just stretching them out too much.
Yeah, it's easy to push too hard in this car. Overdriving it doesn't reward you at all. Sometimes on certain cars overdriving works for a couple of laps before you absolutely smash the tyres or even destroy your car a bit, but this car, no. You've got to stick within the limits of the tyres and not shred those tyres and heat them up too much. It takes so long to get them to cool down again.
And Sam, how are we on incident? Is there anyone close to a driver? I think Sam's spaced out.
Yeah, no.
Can I go and have a look?
Go to the notice tab, and one of the front runner we've got on screen is on 13 incidents. Not gonna tell who, but there's one of them.
It's gonna be Simon. It's gonna be Simon.
Well, one of them is on 13, and then 2 of them on 8, and then 7. So it's.
If you're on 7, you're fine.
Yeah. But you never know. It just needs a touch from somebody and it's full.
Yeah, that's right.
It's tough.
Right then, so Marco and Imola has now rejoined the back of this little train. We've got 6 cars here, pretty much all fighting for 3rd place. I have to say, Adam Wright's improvement in this car is phenomenal. So controlled now, it's unreal.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't give him credits. He's gonna gloat.
You were the one in the Adam Wright Appreciation Society at the start of this broadcast.
Yeah, that's just because I run the GT3 league with him.
You got a bit of a bromance going on, have you?
No, we definitely don't.
Oh, wow. Tony Kloosterman hanging it out massively. That's not going to do his tyres any good. I think he's just got to the point where he's decided, right, I need to push now. JB Dejoux is just up the road as a back marker. There's JB. And here's the wasps that are about to annoy the hell out of him, coming through at ridiculous speeds.
Did you guys know that Michael Schumacher won 7 races on this track?
I think I did know that, yeah.
And Ayrton Senna got 8 pole positions.
That I didn't know. Good fact.
Thank you.
Right then. So this is going to get fairly interesting fairly quickly, to be fair. As JB is going to be a bit of a cork in a bottle here at Ravazza. So he'll slow them down a little bit, these first 2. He's got well out of the way there, though, so good lad. As everybody piles past him.
JB is the kind of guy who knows how to handle this.
Yeah,
not because he's slow, but he's just a guy who doesn't want to interfere with anyone else's race.
Yeah.
I can tell you he was stressed out though, because he's got 3 off tracks the last 20 seconds.
Really?
So he was really pushing to handle them on the straight and not in the turns. Well done,
Yeah.
JB.
No, good effort, JB. Nicely done.
So Pete, do you know how the hairpin is called?
Tozer.
And the one after that?
There isn't one after that.
There is a corner after that, right?
After Tozer, yeah. Piratella.
And then you got,
Aqua Minerale.
and you go right into the,
Variante Alta.
take the left right through the,
Ravazza.
going towards the,
Start finish straight.
and then the,
Oh, what's the first Variante?
yes.
Tamburello.
Yay!
Hey! Hey, Tamburello.
So Pete knows his corners. I don't.
Yeah, dude.
I had to search for this.
Did you? Oh, dear. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is very interesting. Nicole has caught Tyler.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. The pace of Nico is compared to the other guys is amazing.
Yeah, he's 6/10 faster than Tyler.
But getting close on this circuit is one thing.
Yeah,
Getting
this is
fast
true.
is a completely different thing.
Well, look at what we're seeing with Ryan Walker. He's been the cork in the bottle most of the race.
Yeah.
Look at these two still side by side, Stephen and Vinny. Old Vinny Skilly. Vinskill. VS.
Yeah, and I still know what the wheelie bins thing is. It's a Facebook group.
It is.
Yeah, every time I'm here, then I think, what's wheelie bin again?
Yeah, Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. Whoa, Marco. It's like on a bucking Bronco. Oh, he's still going though. Oh no, was that contact?
Yeah, that was.
I think it must have been.
There was contact. Yeah, he was too
Ooh.
deep in the corner.
Yeah, and a bit of flashing lights from Ryan James as well. Here we go, out of Villeneuve. Wheel spin there. Then
I think he
tucks
dive bombed him.
I think, yes, you could easily call that a dive bomb, and then got into the side of him.
His intentions weren't that bad. It's a move you can make just if you're able to break enough. A dive bomb is not always a bad thing.
No. Just needs to be a measured approach to it.
Yeah. Except if you do it.
Well, maybe. Who's this now? Ryan James. Why is Ryan James so far down the order now?
I think he clipped the grass. He did.
Well, he's... Oh, no. Oh!
No.
That's a massive shame. He was doing so well.
They do get a fast repair, right?
Yeah. It depends whether they've turned it off for their pit stop, because it will be used up on the most incidental of things.
The front runners, I think that Tyler's gonna... I mean, he learned from the best how to defend. And I'm not...
From?
Yeah. He knows how it feels to be the second guy.
Ooh! So that was 2-1 with Jamie Wilson and Stephen, and...
He's gonna get a massive slowdown now.
I think... Well, yeah, probably.
Oh, I can tell you yes, I did the same yesterday, so that's a massive...
Oh, okay.
It's like 1.6, 1.7, but you can get it through the airplane fairly enough, you know.
So...
Yeah,
Ooh, that was weird, wasn't it? Stephen decided it was time to turn in, and Jamie thought it wasn't.
Yeah.
That was about all there was to say about that. He's managed to get rid of his slowdown and stay ahead. Oh, here we go. Simon Trendell on Ryan. Doesn't work. I'll tell you what, Ryan's good at putting his car in annoying places, isn't he?
That was a 1x for Simon, can tell you that.
Ah.
Is he on
Don't think it was
now?
a slowdown, but...
It looks like Foggy has a good run, but if Tyler positions his car right, like in the middle of the track, you can only do like a Bottas and a Russell right here, but... Oh, he's on the outside, and he's deep into it, and Tyler's leaving the space.
Oh. What take that was, very controlled.
Yeah, and Tyler really let him... I don't want to say let him by, but he definitely avoided...
No!
Tony to the left!
Tony! Oh dear.
No damage though.
I don't think so. I mean, he hit it, but it was only a little one.
That's what you said about you.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you hear that a lot, don't you? Here we go. Under braking, gets all kinds of squirrely.
Oh,
and then his tyres just let go at the rear.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's just overcooking the tyres.
Yeah. Now he's back in 12th, and he's dropped a long way.
But now I'm curious if Tyler was able to keep up with Foggy in the slipstream.
Okay, now, point on the incident.
Oh, no,
Jamie.
Oh,
Simon, sorry.
Isn't it? Simon is going to lose a couple of positions here, potentially.
Yeah, Sam, you had what to say?
Incident points.
Yep.
Our guy from like 15 minutes ago is still on 13, so he's again there.
All right,
now
cleaned
we've
it up.
got
Right.
someone else at 12, another one at 12, and then it's okay.
Right, so we've got quarter of an hour.
What are the names? I mean, don't...
No, I'm not gonna
allowed
give
to
names
say,
because
not
there's
allowed
a
to
lot
say.
of people that listen to the broadcast as well as racing.
Yeah.
No names. And if you were into road racing, you could see it. Oh, maybe you're not having notifications, so you can't. Haha.
I'm just looking at a soccer game. I mean, I'm barely watching.
Evening to Jason Haddington, or otherwise known as Kylie.
Kylie!
You've got a competitor in this one. Stuart Brown in the first race couldn't stop spinning round.
You spin me right round, 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 round.
That's Dead or Alive. Similar principle, different song. No.
It's the best argument you can make. We did it last time around in Montreal as well.
Yeah, no, it's class. Right then, Marco Imola still making his way forward, up 10 spaces. Had a bit of a fracas with Ryan James at Tozer. Putting pressure now onto Ryan Walker. Adam Wright a bit further up the road. Ooh. Defensive driving from Marco.
Took you that long to remember who
I know.
was in front of Simon. Wow, that's amazing.
Incredible, isn't it? How my brain doesn't function.
You can see the little thing in the head just trying to turn the wheel and you go.
Nobody was chucking any coal on the fire. That was the problem.
It's pretty clear to see that Foggy is on a different level than the guys here. At least most of the guys.
I just looked up and seen his lap time from the last lap. I was like, what?
And I think that it's I think it's a bit fortunate that Chris had the race he had, because usually it's about the same thing that Chris is doing. Like he's gonna end up like 10 seconds in front of the other guys.
Entirely possible.
So it would have been quite fun to have seen these guys, Foggy and Chris, fight each other.
Yeah, Simon with a slowdown or something. Marco getting wild, absolutely wild, out of Tozer hairpin. Chris blocking him off now. Shut the door fully in Marco's face. We can't go 3 wide into Piratella, that would be insane. 2 wide and Marco losing it again. Taking the extracurricular route across the grass. I bet he's having a whale of a time though.
He was. I mean, I tried to slither the broadcast away, right? Like he could do that, and he's like, "No, I don't want to. I want to race."
Yeah, no, saw that. That was good. Whoever that is at Simability, that's funny. We've asked that Tony and Chris slide around a bit more today to get more camera time. Well, I can assure you that has absolutely worked. That's brilliant.
It's a good thing for a sponsor, right? Just let the guys. I mean, Pete, why aren't you not driving mobility?
What exactly what are you referring to here?
All your sliding and crashing.
Oh yeah. The only problem with that is it wouldn't get Simability much broadcast time because I generally crash fairly early in races.
Yeah, I was about to say, they said slide, not crash. So
slide is controlled.
Yeah, and that's the difference. So Simon absolutely pushing it with Chris Jackson, as Jamie is absolutely pushing it with Stephen. I do think that the Chimera car has a setup where the rears are easily lit up. We see a lot of sliding from those Chimera cars.
Yeah, but it seems to not really impact their tire wear.
No, that's also true, yeah. But you see them leaving corners and other cars gaining an advantage on them.
I'm so amazed about how close these guys are always. I mean, they're just back to back the whole. And it's not like they're from the back position, it's like to the 4th position or 3rd position, what is it?
This is for fourth, yeah.
Yeah.
And just referring back to what I was saying before, Simability, we're so proud that they're our sponsors. They've been with us as a sponsor of the NQR team for years, quite literally years. This is season 11, yeah, go and check out what they do because they quite literally make sim racing possible for people who have real life challenges, let's say.
Yeah, and if you're on a budget, I mean, if you're looking for a great service and guys who really want to help you out, they're definitely the go-to guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've just responded on the chat saying that they are proud of the broadcast and thanks to us. So it's all very very happy for us all today. What's not happy here is these guys all stacking up now behind Stephen at the minute. Tony Klusterman out of position, but getting some camera time, as noted before.
Yeah, I bet Tony is doing this on purpose. Like, man, I got so few camera time. I need to be running 12. At least then I get the focus of Sam.
Yeah, and Chris Jackson's getting more than his usual 5 seconds for every 10 minutes of race. Oh, hang on.
Oh, he started.
Adam.
Oh, he
Was it
finished.
Adam?
Oh.
No, no, it was Ryan.
Ryan.
Oh, I thought it was Adam for a minute there. Maybe Ryan's tyres have finally given up.
He did do a lot of defending.
He did, yeah. And that does take it out of a car, because you're not always on the optimal line, are you?
No, you have to brake in harder. You have to take a different line. You have to take the shallow lines, which wear out the tires way more.
Yeah. Simon having a really good look at Chris Jackson. This is the Villeneuve chicane, and he's messed that up. Again, the back end did not want to stick there.
Yeah, and certain... I'm always in doubt if you want to build your own setup or just take one of the setup guys.
Curb. Sorry, carry on.
Yeah, so I'm almost in doubt if one thing is better than the other, because getting your own setup has its advantages, but then again, it might do weird stuff on the long run.
Yep. Oh, that was super wide from Stephen. I don't know that you pick up a slowdown out there, but he's probably going to have got a 1x at least. That's brought Jamie right onto him again. And a bag full of wheel spin from Stephen means this rear tyres are probably very hot now. Into Ravazza. Bit of a slide from Simon, lots and lots of wheel spin from Tony Klusterman. We are only 4 and a bit minutes away from the end of this race already.
Yeah, and the hour is like, it literally just instantly went away. There was so much action going on the whole time. Oh, that slide! Oh my god!
Oh, honestly, lit up rear tyres, and Tony was in there like a rat up a drain pipe. Wheel spin coming out of Tozer though. And that means that Jamie's going to have a bit of a run on him. Look at the Hoff. He's having a real good look. Not able to get alongside. Oh, he is alongside, but he's carrying so much speed into Piratella. He's nearly had to stop the car.
Yeah, and the only way to get that corner is just hitting the camber. If you don't, you're...
Oh, no! That's Tony and the Hoff.
Oh.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's Nikolai.
No, it's Nikolai. At least it's a Simability car.
Is that for me? At least it's a Simability car.
Half of the field is a Simability car, so...
Yeah. Ooh, a little wriggle. Ooh, what on earth? I don't know what happened there. I can't even begin to explain that. It looked like the Hoff came across the track. So he obviously needed to stop in order to make the previous corner. And then got wheel spin, did he?
Oh, Yeah, I don't know.
Something.
He had damage on the left side, so maybe he's just crabbing.
Struggling, yeah. That's a shame so late in the race. Well, at any point in the race, but when you've done that kind of mileage.
It's basically like the same thing when you spun out on Daytona, where we did like 23 hours without spinning and you spun.
Here we go. It wasn't even a full spin. It was just like a weird sideways slide thing.
When going up the
like this, exactly like Jamie just did.
Yeah, thanks for showing Jamie. And it wasn't.
Well, it's not because he provides good service with the cameras and with the inside picture thing that I don't have to show his crashes.
No, that's true.
I still earn that.
Look at Marco trying to get on the gas earlier than Ryan. I think they were both about equal there, to be fair.
It looks like Marco has more tires left under him.
Yeah, same before Ryan spent most of his day defending.
I think it's Simon and Chris and Marco and Ryan where the battles are on this park.
Yep.
Yeah, and a lap's like 140, so there's like 2 laps left, I think, right?
Yep.
I'm rooting for Marco to get a good result, but then again, I mean, Ryan is BSTV, right? So
that was close. I can unclench now, just for a little while.
That's what she said. Oh, look at Simon with his back end. It's ridiculous. Every time when he goes through that corner, his side is like, no, I'm not going.
One of the drivers has gone up to 14 incidents. I'm not gonna tell you, but...
So when 14. The race is over, you will tell us, right?
Well, I can tell you that one of these 3 is at 13 and someone behind is at 14.
I know for a fact that Adam is a really collector on incidents. Peters as well, but he isn't driving. He would have had like 18 already. So JB has
no T-step.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh dear.
So there, Foggy finishing the race. He won. Really good run. Tied a second, which was a really good job as well. And somehow Adam, with his undercut, made it to 3rd.
That's impressive drive.
And he's flashing his lights. We don't allow that. Give him a penalty.
That's banned. Yeah, that's 200 points off.
Yeah.
Marco Imola finishing 7th in his first feature race for ages. Vincent, after all the incidents, finishes 8th. That's a good result as well. Up 8 places from the start.
And Rob,
Stephen Phillips up 10 places.
And Rob Woodhouse, he did a really good job. We didn't really show much of him, but he finished 9th, which is a really good, decent result for him.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Was it Chris or Tony saying he was on 13 incidents?
Have a look. Tony was on, as soon as he's finished, it's fine now. 14 incidents. 14.
Yeah,
one away from a
well, that means he picked 1 in the last few covers, because it's not one of the guys I was talking about. That was Marco was on 14, yeah. Adam has been on 13. That's the first one on 13 I said like half an hour ago. So he did a great job not going over the incident limit.
Yeah, he probably teetered around some of these corners, nervously getting close to a 1x.
It's one of the worst feelings in the world. You're like, I need to stay below. If you're like 15 is the maximum, you're like, I need to stay below 11. If I get a 4x or something, at least I get 1 margin. And then you get that one, and you're like 14. I'm like, oh, I'm screwed. I could just every little piece of me is dying inside.
Yeah.
So before we start the interviews, I mean, I need to grab beer. I need to go to the toilet.
Okay.
I can't sustain this amount of stress.
Yeah, Wobbly can't control his bladder. He's suffering
I'm
from
an old man.
senior problems. So, see you in a minute. I'll go through the finishing order as everybody gets into pit road. Audio problems for Woody on the grid, race 2. Ah, right. So that's from Stacey from Wild Rides. Great racing, that's true. Big shame for Ant Woodward. So, Nicole Foggy was your race winner again for the feature race tonight for Apex Racing Academy. Well done to him. Tyler Newitt finished second for BSTV Esports Green, which is great, seeing as he finished 9th in race 1, so great improvement there. Adam Wright finished 3rd, so he's had a fantastic night, just the same as Foggy. He had a 2nd place in the first race and a 3rd in this race. There are 2 podiums for the 2 of them. Chris Jackson for NQR North America finished 4th and consolidates on points from his 3rd place in race 1. Simon Trendell finished 5th in this one. For Team Chimera, Ryan Walker finished 6th for BSTV Esports Green. 7th was Marco Namela in his first race back for Racecraft Esports. 8th was Vincent Skilbeck for Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic. Bob Woodhouse finished 9th for NQR Europe. 10th was Stephen Phillips for Dashan Racing. Tony Klusterman finished 11th for NQR North America, with Nikolai Bogotyrev for NQR Europe finishing 12th. 13th was Jamie Wilson for Team Chimera, and Miro Hrowski finished 14th for PCS. Stuart Brown finished 15th for Simfinity Esports. I always struggle with that one. 16th was JB Dejoux for LMT Racing. Andrew Hoffman finished 17th for Package Performance Racing. Ivan Bauman's finished 18th for Track Velocity Racing. Ryan James, 19th for Racing Forces. And last was Ant Woodward, who we've just learned had big problems for NQR Europe. So, fantastic race yet again. Wobbly's probably gone for some Synatogen or something else, some other supplement for older people. So for now, I shall see who's waiting in the interview room. The entire field is pretty much waiting in the interview room. So I'm going to start with an interview with our double race winner for tonight and king of Imola, Nicole Foggy. Good evening.
Good eve. Good to see you.
Yeah. Race 1 was, well, get away pretty damn good and then fight your way forward and get out in front and gap everybody, which you did very well. So congratulations on doing the tactic there. Race 2, nowhere near as easy, right? I mean, we saw you scrapping with all sorts of people all the way through.
Yeah, well, I put a message in after that race saying great racing in the midfield because it was some of the best racing I've had in, I think, in the whole V8 series in the midfield. Everybody was fast, everybody was near on the same sort of pace, and the fighting was close and all that, and it was really fun, really fun.
Yeah, your control of this car is incredible. Do you put that down to lots and lots of experience, or just your driving style and experience is good in any car, or you've got some really good setups underpinning all of that?
Not the setups. I thought I made a decent setup, and then somebody shared me one which was totally different, so I added it in, and it was definitely better. So right. Sometimes the setups help, but Imola is a difficult track for that. But what I put it down to, well, now I've stuffed like this cardboard in like for my heel plate.
I can't believe you're putting this down to cardboard. I've heard some funny stuff from you in the past, Nicole, but that's got to be the top one.
But basically, it lets me keep my heel up against like the vertical part of the heel plate, so I could rotate around that without sliding off, and that's helped a lot.
Honestly, quotes from Nicole Foggy. Oh dear, hilarious. So yeah, I mean, good points, but it was more about the racing experience and the fun. So, did you have a great time racing tonight?
Yeah, it was great. I think that the entire field, like the people I've seen before and seen them again, they've pretty much everybody's improved. I think, and as I say, that it seems like a really good group of people that are racing now, and yeah, I had a lot of fun. Cars fun as always, and I think it's more difficult now. Actually, like at least over curbs and stuff, you have to be like a little bit or quite a lot more sort of gentle with the throttle, just careful with the throttle, but. Still just as fun as ever, yes.
Brilliant stuff. I mean, are you bringing anybody else from Apex Racing Academy across with you to repopulate or rather increase the population of the grid?
I'd like to, but none of them, I don't think any of them have raced V8s, and, well, they spend a lot of time doing other cars.
Yeah, they do.
V8s.
Yeah.
And it's quite a big time sink, learning the V8. Like it took me sort of I've heard it takes most people sort of a year and a half to actually feel like they're to grips with the car, and it definitely took me about that long when I started. So
yeah, from experience, it took me 7 years to not be good at it at all.
lies. I'm sure. Yeah.
So. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go and celebrate with some simulated champagne?
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah, just thanks to you guys as always for hosting, and then and thanks to just everybody I was racing with. It was sweet. It was fun the entire time, and I'm not sure I'll be back for Donington next, but be back.
Please favourite track, yeah.
Yeah, I might be back for it though because I had a good race with Chris last time when I was there. I think he beat me, so I could try to see if I can beat him this time.
Yeah, watch out for the pit boxes. Some of them disappear, and you have to drive past them and do another lap. I've found that's the case with that track.
Yeah, and don't flash your lights when you're first in the last lap.
Yeah, it's illegal in this league. Yeah. Cool stuff. Well, again, congratulations on 2 top finishes. Great to see you back again, Nicole Foggy.
Thank you very much, and I'll hopefully see you soon.
Awesome stuff. Cheers, man.
Take it easy.
So, you got anybody that wants to say hello in there, Wobbly?
So, who's my pick? It's gonna be Adam.
Adam, right, okay. Adam's coming next. He's done so well tonight, with a 2nd place and a 3rd place double podium. Over to you.
Yeah, welcome, Adam. So, can you leave? Bye.
Yeah, I was going to say, can I go? Because I don't want to talk to Wobbly.
You did a really good job, mate. It was an awesome race. Talk us through the first race. You started 9th, if I recall properly.
8th or 9th. Yeah, I had a bad quali. I don't think I had much more pace, mine, but yeah, I was expecting to be a little bit higher. But Tyler done a good team job, caused chaos. And I was in 4th, I think, and then yeah, I was just trying to keep up, so that was it. And then I've forgotten how I ended up 2nd. I've forgotten. Oh yeah, yeah. Chris slowed up massively, so I've just thinking he's underfueled or something for that race. But he slowed up big time on the straight, and then yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's what we thought. We suddenly saw Chris falling back and you getting into 2nd position, which is weird because you don't get 2nd. You usually are like 14, 15 to 16,
Oh, you're so nasty.
But in all fairness, you did a really good job on the start again on the 2nd race.
Well, I had a messy start. I mean, I managed to get Chris, and then keep Foggy behind me. It's a bit dicey through the first sector. But then I got to slow down, and I just immediately got out of the way because if you're in a pack, you can't try and serve your slow down. So Chris and Foggy got by, and then I was just making mistakes. I was on 13x 20 minutes in, and then I said to Tyler, I said, as soon as it opens, I'm pitting. So I pitted. And then Tyler was like, you might need to save a bit here. I'm like, no, JRT never lets me down. I'm fine. 2 laps later, I'm like, right. And it says I need another 3.6 litres.
I mean, I know your JRT lets you down because you told me, like, last race, and you don't have to save. What did I do, Adam? What did I do?
Well, yeah. Well, let's not talk about it.
You had a really good result, mate. A really steady race. I think you're pleased with the outcome of the result, especially for the team, I think.
Massively. That is much... I mean, yeah, that race there was probably my best race. I had, like I say, 13x, underfueled, with 40 minutes to go. And I don't know how I made such a big jump because my second lap out wasn't good. I went deep into the that penultimate corner, the downhill. But yeah, somehow I came out third, and I didn't think I'd hold on to it. And Ryan did a good job keeping them behind him as well, so he was taking the pressure.
I think Ryan really helped you and Tyler out. Yeah, definitely. So it's really good result for the team, especially since Chris and Tony didn't score so well. So is there anyone you want to thank, especially me?
Pete,
Yeah.
Sam, Clyde, Tyler,
I look
Ryan.
at my daughter. She has COVID, so she's waving at you.
Oh, you okay?
And Wobbly's daughter. She was an awesome inspiration today. That's about it, really. Yeah, no one else I can think of.
Yeah, cheers, mate.
No worries.
Last question, real quick. Looking forward to Donington or not?
Donington's a great track. If you're no good at Donington, you're a pretty shitty driver.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I'm gonna have a woeful race there now, and I'm gonna be crap. Oh, no.
Cheers, Adam. Congratulations on your great result.
Cool. Cheers, guys.
Right.
Go on. Right then, reserve another 2 hours for the next one. Tyler Newitt, good evening.
Hello.
How are you doing? You okay?
Yeah, not too bad.
Not too bad.
You have 30 seconds.
Second place in the feature race, and 9th in the sprint race. You had a few problems in the sprint, but you had a wingman in the feature. So tell us about both your races.
Yeah, I think I probably had about the 5th best pace there today. And if you average out my 2 finishes, that's what you get.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that I with some assistance from my friends, I placed a little better in race 2 than I probably deserved to. But by the same token, I had some misfortune in race 1. So it all worked out in the end, but it was just, sat there behind Ryan in race 1, or behind Simon, I suppose. All I was thinking the whole time was, like, don't drop outside the top 10. Whatever you do, don't throw this away, because there is, starting at the front in race 2 is worth so much more than trying to go for, 7th in race 1, which I don't even think was possible. Maybe if I got Simon a little earlier and Ryan had let me through, I could have gotten Bob, but once you were the 3rd or back car in line, there was just nothing you could do. You could not make a pass happen unless you had significant overspeed on the car ahead, which was, with how tight this field is right now, that was not many occasions.
Tight field. Nearly the whole of the sprint race, there was 6 cars, line astern, all trying to freak each other off the track, and it wasn't happening. And in the second race, we had a period of time where they were paired off. Then we had a period of time where there was another 6 cars, all line astern. It was a busy old racetrack for both races. The standard of racing has been fantastic tonight, and since you've been at the top end of it, you hopefully will feel proud about your performances.
Yeah, I do. I think I made some 2 risky moves in race 1 that cost me, and they were both, poor decisions on my part. First, with Foggy at the start, he started to move left and then stopped for a second, and I foolishly thought, well, that he's not going to continue moving left, so I stuck it in, and by the time he continued moving left, I was committed and had to send it into the grass. But that's on me. That gap was, the track kind of opens up past that kink, and I thought maybe I'd have a chance, but it just, the timing was off, and it was a poor move on my part. I thought Simon was still to my outside, which he wasn't. I was clear at that point, so that was a shame. And then later on, trying to recover, I was behind Foggy, and we were behind Ryan James, and Foggy got around him or alongside him in the hairpin, and I was like, all right, I'm going to follow Foggy through. But Foggy hadn't cleared him till he got to Aqua Minerale, and I was, alongside Ryan, and I definitely should have backed out there. I forgot to look at it, so I don't know, how much space was left or whatnot, but it was overly ambitious move on my part, and just got the grass there, and that sent me back to where I spent the rest of the race. So,
all learning opportunities, though, right? You've got to do some of these things in order to build on your racecraft experience, like I've never done.
Yeah, no, it was it was good because it set me up well for the second race, because I just paced myself, saved fuel because I knew they would be saving fuel behind Ryan, and it was good to not push too hard in that second race, I think, because it would have been a lot closer to that battle pack if I had overextended myself, I think.
Yeah, given that Nicole has such a high skill level, he did eventually hunt you down and pass you. I'm sure you didn't resist too much, because you're not going to risk a second place at any point in any race, are you really? Unless you think you've got the edge on the other driver. But great results, really. A good haul of points, and BSTV Esports Green will be moving forward as a result of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully.
Oh, hello.
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 Yeah, I tell you what, to your last point, though, Pete, I looking in my mirrors, I could see Foggy was, like, using all the track and pushing, and that's some small consolation, I think, when...
Yeah.
The inevitable is coming, but it's nice to know that Foggy had to at least seemingly use the extent of the track to get by me. So that's what I'll take away from that.
Yeah, he was properly pushing, and most of that race, to be honest. He had to thread the needle a few times on some other battles as he went through, but yes, he was absolutely wringing the neck out of that thing.
Yep.
But great racing again. Anybody you'd like to thank? Not Wobbly. Maybe his daughter, who featured a minute ago.
Yes. Yeah. Definitely his daughter. Yeah. Thanks to Adam for the setup. First of all, worked out well. And Ryan and JB for being in the chat, and you guys for doing the broadcast, and Simability.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we'll see you at Wobbly's favourite track next time out. Cheers, Tyler.
See you guys.
Yeah, I love doing so.
Couldn't click on the right button. Right, so who shall we bring in next?
I have time for one more, and then I have to bring this girl. But
no worries. In that case, bringing in for you, Tyler's wingman, Ryan Walker.
Ryan, welcome.
Hello.
You look like you were having a hell of a time.
Yeah, that was that was good fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, so talk us through this, man. It looked like me and Pete were talking about it. I think half the race, about how much time you spent on defending.
Yeah, that was hard work, but I enjoyed that at the same time. That was good fun to race the likes of Tony and Chris, and the likes of the big names like that at the front. But yeah, they made me work hard for that. But I tried to hold on as much as possible, but eventually I just ended up falling back slightly. But happy to take 2 top 10 finishes tonight, and yeah, that's I don't know why, I just seem to click with Imola, and it's really enjoyed tonight.
Yeah, because it seemed like no, not this disregard of your pace, but the others seemed a little bit faster. but somehow you were able to hold them off, especially towards the chicane.
Yeah, I was quite surprised they to keep them behind as long as I did. But I said to myself, if they catch up to me, just try and keep them behind as long as possible, but don't do anything aggressive. Just try and keep them behind as long as possible, and try and help Tyler because he had a good lead, and I thought I'll just try my best to keep them behind and help him. But lost a couple of positions after running wide in the final couple of corners, but still happy to finish in P6 in the feature race, and I think that's my best result of the season, and a feature race anyway.
Yeah, it looked like you were Tyler Juins by each other, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I was basically. You could pretty much call me the Arnold Trulli of V8 supercars.
And towards the end, you had this one little weird step out on the gravel. Was that due to the lack of grip on the tires?
I was trying to do a bit of fuel saving because I wasn't sure if I would be able to make it because I kept thinking the race would be 35 or 36 laps, so I was trying to fuel save as much as possible and just lost my concentration slightly, been ran wide, but managed to finish in P6, and yeah, I'm very happy with that result.
Yeah, overall a really good result for the BSTV Green team, and especially for you. Are you looking forward to Donington?
Yeah, I love Donington Park. It's one of my favourite tracks, and
go away, leave the booth.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah, I know you're a big girl about that track. The Wapke, or Wapke rather, but yeah, you've just got to man up.
Any shout outs you want to give, Ryan?
First off, to you guys for doing the broadcast. Secondly, to Tyler and Adam for helping me in the V8 as always, and just the V8 community for making it a fun environment, and looking forward to Donington Park. So hopefully I can carry that momentum into the next round at that track.
Alright, cool, mate. See you next time around.
See you next time, and also it looks like you've got a number one fan next to you.
Yeah, I mean she has COVID, so she's out of bed. She can't sleep at all.
Ah, okay. Hope she gets better soon.
Someone like you. She doesn't want to say anything. Yeah, so this is my last interview. I really have to put it to bed.
No worries.
Cheers.
Right, cheers, Ryan. Right then, so next into our booth will be... who shall I pick next? Let's go for Marco Namela into here. Good evening, Marco. Been a long time. How are you doing? We used to have this a lot, didn't we, Sam? So I'm going to relegate Marco back to the Oh! Whatever you're trying to say, Marco, I can't hear you. I can see that you're trying to speak because your green halo is on, but... No, I'm going to relegate him. He's going back to the interview room to sort out his own troubles. Next, then, I shall select... Who shall we have next? We'll have Mr. Vincent Skilbeck. Good evening, Vincent. How are you doing?
Thanks.
Evening. Right then, let me get your results up. So, Vincent Skilbeck, where are you for race one? Vincent Skilbeck. In a lowly 16th position. We saw you come together with Marco right at the start. We worked out you were trying to avoid Tyler, who had gone extracurricular on your left. You pulled right to, just in case he came hounding back on, and collected Marco in the process. Is that a fair assessment of that situation?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I did see he went off, and I was like, by the way, the angle he went off, I was like, oh, that does look like it's going to be a good rejoin. So yeah, I moved across, not realizing that, yeah, Marco kind of had his nose in there.
Yeah.
And then just the pure that barrel thing.
I mean, we saw you do a full pirouette and a full spin, and landed on your wheels, facing the right way, and you just carried on driving. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. The car still felt fine up after that. But yeah, I noticed pretty quickly that I had no power. So when I tried to go up the hill around the back, I just had nothing. So yeah, that's when I decided to pit that very first lap and then see how far up I can get, but didn't get very far.
No, and second race, you started obviously in 16th place, and forged a charge through the field, gaining 8 places and finished in 8th place. Which, given where you started, that's a pretty good result with these guys. You were ahead of Stephen Phillips, who is I'd say a top 8 racer. You finished ahead of Tony Klusterman, who is around about a top 5. Jamie Wilson's usually higher, and all these people are behind you. You've done really well there. You surely should agree with that.
Yeah, my goal for that second race was just to get to the top 10 because I knew I had the car pace to get to the top 10.
Yeah.
It was just a matter of how I was going to get there through the traffic and stuff like that. But I was going to go run long for the pit stop because I tried it earlier in the week and noticed that the undercut wasn't really big. It was more the overcut that was working.
Right.
So yeah, I pitted the lap just after Stephen, and Stephen just managed to pick me, which was very interesting. And Bob almost ran into the back of me, but it was a good save for him not running into the back of me.
Yeah,
But then we really had a good fight after that. Good.
Yeah, we saw you side by side with Stephen. Well, you were together with Stephen for virtually the whole of the second race. You kind of followed each other through the field, and when you pitted on different laps, but still ended up together, and then separated out towards the end of the race where you did slightly better than he did, but that was all it was. It was pretty close.
Yeah, I think the difference in the pit stop was pretty much down to him making a small mistake in the pit stop and me putting less fuel in. Because, that very first stint, once I got back up behind Stephen and we had that little fight start, and then I realised I wasn't going to be able to get past, I sat back and fuel saved. So I only put about 48 litres into the car at the pit stop, and then I found out that I was going to be short by the end of the race, so I just fuel saved after the pit stop after I went hard for a couple of laps, and then I had to fuel save until the last 5 minutes, and then I had enough fuel to make it home, so made things interesting.
Great second race. Shame about the start of the first one. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you consolidate your learnings from this race is the best way to describe that for your Wheelie Bins Mayhem Republic car?
Just everyone in the league for the really awesome racing tonight. You guys for the broadcast. Everyone over at Wheelie Bins that keeps us up and running with the Facebook page and races with us every night. And Simability for sponsoring this season.
Yeah, some stuff and well said. We'll see you at Donington, where we will hopefully see you back in your usual positions of top 5s, top 10s.
Yeah, I hope so. It'll be good.
Thank you very much, Vincent Skilbeck.
Catch you guys.
Right, next in is the other half of the Vincent Skilbeck, Stephen Phillips We'll Drive Around Together group. Stephen Phillips, how are you doing?
Yeah, good fellas. How are you?
Yeah, not bad actually. Slowly recovering from COVID myself. I think that's also true, Sam, but we'll find out from him later. And where did you finish in race 1? Gonna have to go and have a little look.
I did not start race 1.
Oh no, you didn't, did you? Of course, yeah. You'd
Yeah,
already put yourself in for a bye on that one.
Yeah, I
and
had a work seminar. I had to miss race 1. So
oh, boo to work.
it was actually really fun. But yeah, I was happy to just be able to sneak in for the second race.
No, that's brilliant that you were actually able to. Fantastic. And up 10 places from your start position, finished in the top 10 just.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And we saw your 2 Dachshund powered car tussling with Vincent Skilbeck virtually the entire race for race 2. You had, I think he had a slightly better pit stop, which separated you for a while. But you managed to get back on terms with him for a short time, but eventually he finished a couple of places ahead of you. You must be happy with that result, though. I mean, 10 places up, that nobody has moved forward more, not even Nicole, who won the race.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Foggy probably started up a little bit further than I did. But yeah, I mean, I think the goal was to just, since I knew I was going to be starting from the back this week, it was just to, stay clean and try to stay inconsistent as possible. And really only made like 1 or 2 mistakes. And yeah, I had a lot of fun again, which is important.
Yeah, that is important. It's why we turn up and why we broadcast and why we have the racing community that we've got. It's because we want to enjoy ourselves. We saw you do some great overtaking through all of that, obviously, and you don't gain 10 places just by sitting there and following people around the track. And your performance this season has been spectacular so far. Donington's the next destination. How did you run round there?
I really like Donington. I'm not sure that I'll be able to make that round. I need to double check my calendar, but
Okay.
I mean, we'll see. If I can make it, I can. If I can't, well, I mean, it is what it is, and we'll be back for Road America. But yeah, I had a really good run. Had a really fun half a lap battle with Jamie after I gave him the spot back. He says I didn't need to, but I wasn't sure what happened, and I wanted to do the sporting thing and do right by him. So I gave him the spot back, and then we could really properly fight over it. Yeah, good job to Jamie for keeping it clean with me for half a lap. Good job to Vince for being another great battle partner. And yeah, had a lot of fun today.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And we will see you hopefully next time out at Donington. If not, then it'll be Road America on the next one. Thank you very much for a very entertaining evening's racing. Stephen Phillips.
See you, fellas.
Checked himself out of that one. Either that or Sam did. Right, next in line is going to be Mr. Bob Woodhouse, who had a... I'm going to have a look now. What's that? 7th in race 1 and 9th in race 2. So 2 top 10 finishes. A good points haul for NQR Europe. Good evening, Bob Woodhouse.
Good evening.
We saw you in all sorts of draft trains throughout that race.
Yeah.
It must have been fantastic racing from a driver's perspective for you.
Yeah, I was just purely trying to hang on and stop the people catching me up from behind. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Damage limitations today.
And you were racing with I think who you were racing with in the first race, Ant Woodward, weren't you? Your teammate for a lot of race 1. The start was a bit tasty in front of you guys.
Yeah, I just held my breath there, closed my eyes.
I'm surprised you didn't pass out then, because I was holding my breath for far too long. There was people crashing into the wall. There was people doing pirouettes and landing on their wheels and carrying on racing like nothing had gone wrong. It was just bonkers. And, that's what we turn up for V8 racing for the craziness. But also for the masses of talented racers. How did you get on with incident points?
I think it was 4 in the first, 6 in the second.
Right, well, you did better than the vast majority of the field then. I'm just having a look for you now. Where are you? Bob Woodhouse. You ended up with 9 in the second.
Oh, 9 in the second.
Yeah. So you still did better than everybody else because double figures was the average for that one.
Oh, okay.
The people were picking them up all over the place. There was lots of slowdowns. I don't remember you getting a slowdown at all.
No.
Just a really competitive night from you. So you must be proud of that.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, I had a busy day, so I was pretty shattered before I started. And it was just really damage limitations. And 2 top 10s, I'll take that. A bit annoyed with myself for the. I started the feature with the fuel for the sprint race, so I had to take on an extra 18 litres than I should have done. Because I started with 16 litres. I started the feature with 72 instead of 88. So that was a big stop, and it dropped me from 4th to like 12th or 13th.
Right. Okay. I hadn't noticed that necessarily, but I can see on here you were one of the first people to pit the car.
Yes.
And that must be why. Right. Okay. It didn't stand out for me because Stephen Phillips and Tony also pitted on lap 15 with Chris Jackson. So
I went in behind Tony. Yeah, I went in behind Tony and then come out with behind Stephen. I dropped way back. And then Stephen and Vincent were just pulling away from me, and then what was it? Vincent got in front, and then Stephen went off, and I could see Jamie catching me. He was like half a second a lap, and then when Stephen went off, when he rejoined, he caught up with Jamie, and then I was able to skip away. And then there were other people had gone off, and I picked up a couple of other places. So.
I think Jamie and Stephen came together at one point, and Stephen slowed right down to give the place back, even though I think it was a door-to-door driving incident, a racing incident rather. So that will have benefited you as well. Donington next time out for you guys. Is that a track that you get on well with?
It's so. Yeah, it's the only track in iRacing that I've driven in real life. So, but I like it. But I like Imola, but I just don't go well there. So hopefully I can do better at Donington.
Yeah, let's hope so. Anybody you'd like to thank before we let you disappear?
Yeah, just all the guys in NQ. I'm pretty gutted for Anthony. He had some sound issues at the start of the second race and couldn't grid up, and missed the second race because he had really good pace today. It's quite annoying, but one of them things.
Yeah,
and,
shame for him. Yeah.
And just shout out to you guys, and Sam as well. I keep forgetting to say to Sam about his great racing we're having in the strength of field races on a Friday and a Thursday. And, good shout out to him. Maybe a commentator, but he still drives pretty damn well.
I'm not even a commentator, but thank you.
The cameraman.
Race director, I think his role is. He's the one that keeps us well online.
I think you can call me God, Pete, but for everybody else, it's race director. Yeah. Thanks, Bob.
But you guys are doing a great job with the broadcast. Yeah.
Awesome stuff. In that case, we'll see you next time out at Donington. Thank you very much for a great night. Bob Woodhouse.
Thank you. Take care, guys. Good night.
Cool. Right, next into the booth. As soon as we're still not there yet, I'm going to try Marco again. See if he's got any kind of power over his sound yet. Good evening, Marco and Imola.
Hello.
Oh, hello. We've got you at last. It's been a very long time since you took the steering wheel of a simulated V8 in this league, at least. How did you find your 2 races?
It was fun. Good battles. I think I got lucky by getting taken out on the sprint race. I got 30 minutes more warm-up or practice because I actually found more pace out of that. So, yeah.
Yeah, you finished bottom of the pile in the first race, but second race, up 8 places, 7th place finish, top 10. We didn't see you execute the Imola effect. And we've learnt from others that have come into the booth that there isn't one at this track, or rather, it's not as powerful. You get more of an effect from driving and pitting later. But your competitiveness was still there. Coming together with think Ryan James at Tozer Hairpin. where your front tyres lost traction and you made contact with the back of his car. Was that a misjudgment or just a calculated risk that went slightly wrong?
I haven't seen the situation, but I think I could have held the inside. I might have slipped like tiny bit, but I think the contact was happening because he was turning so tightly towards me. So, but I haven't seen it. So.
Okay, yeah, there wasn't much in it, to be fair. But it was the only blemish on a very well-earned 7th place. How did you feel about? How much did you enjoy being back in the seat?
Oh, it was so fun! But I had a moment. I had so many moments. I spun 2 or 3 times, and then I went off, like completely off once. I think I could have been behind Foggy if I held it together.
Yeah, we saw you go extracurricular a couple of times and took to the grass. One of them, I think, was to get out of the way of somebody else losing it. But yeah, brilliant racing tonight, and you've not lost your edge, given the fact that you've been away from us for a while for obvious reasons. Are you going to stick with it, do you think, or is this a one-off?
Yeah, I want to try a bit more, so yeah. I'm just trying to figure out my schedule so I could do the whole next season, so...
Ah, wicked. That would be excellent if you can. And bring some friends with you if you can as well. You can never have too big a grid. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go, Marco?
Thanks to you guys letting me race this, and of course sponsors and all the drivers there. It was fun. Thanks.
Yeah, and just so everybody knows, Marco was going to join us in the booth tonight, but Wobbly stepped in as well, and we could let Marco race, which was a good end for everybody. So thank you very much for great racing tonight. Hopefully we'll see you out again for Donington next time, but if not, hope to see you at whatever track you can race with us at Marco and Imola.
Yeah, thanks. I might get the Road America, but I don't know yet.
Awesome stuff. Well, if you can, you'll be most welcome.
Yep, thanks.
Right then. And next, we will bring in the guru of racing, as I like to refer to him. He doesn't know that.
Really?
But,
That's not true.
well, you know, where did you finish in race 1? That's what I'm trying to find at the moment.
Oh, nowhere.
P11, just
in
outside
Monza,
10. And then in race 2, P13. So, yeah, mixed fortunes, I guess. Just outside the top 10 in this league is not shabby at all. The 13th, I'm sure you wanted to improve upon. Tell us about your 2 races.
I've got some rear tyres for sale. One owner, not careful.
Yeah, to be fair, I made a couple of references through the broadcast about yourself and Simon losing the rears on the Exeter corners more than other cars.
Yes.
Right.
This was a very unusual race in that I expected to be just kind of in no man's land, and so I actually had the broadcast on in the VR headset.
Oh, right. Okay.
So yeah, I was keeping track of all of your comments about us all sliding around and kind of getting Simon's view on it as well. Yeah, we would just... well, firstly, we both got our tyres down to about 1% off the line in both races, with the most wheel spin you've ever seen.
Yeah, Simon just bogged down in race 1, and then not as bad in race 2, but it wasn't brilliant.
Oh, mine was absolute cack in race 2. It was the second worst start I've had ever, apart from stalling it. So it was really bad, and
you've got Sam laughing in the background. I don't know whether you can hear that, but
it was.
No,
I'll post by VOD from the thing in the chat when I do the highlight thing, and you'll see it. It's grim. But yeah, no, we both of us have always struggled on starts, and we've been kind of the view of it'll be fine. we do a bit of practice on it, but we haven't like particularly focused on it, and now we know we should, because my God, that was just awful. And then after that, I think the set was just kind of, it started off okay in those traction zones, and then as you got later on, it just got progressively just naff, basically. And it was fun to drive, though. It was fun just drifting around sideways all the time. Kept me entertained, I suppose. But it was just one of those slightly crap races where I just ended up a bit out of position to start with and never able to do anything about it.
Yeah, my observation of Simon's race was that he caught up with people in the twisty bits where it flowed, but if there was any slow-paced corners like Tosa and out of Aqua Minerale and out of Variante Alta, that he just got a bag full of wheel spin and dropped all the time that he'd gained in the cruisy bits. And similarly for you, there was some good battling for both of you, and hopefully you can take a lot of learning from this forward to Donington, because that has got some similar sort of flow to it. There's a lot more flow to some of the corners, obviously.
It's the GP layout, so it's going to have the Melbourne hairpin, which is obviously a key traction zone. So, and obviously the last corner then is a different one. So, both of those are going to be super important. And I think that's an enduro, isn't it? So, even more so.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go and practice for Donington?
Yeah, Wobbly for hosting, and I will correct him on one thing: the Italian flag colours.
Yeah,
I think you'll find that the green is from the Mexican flag, the white is from the Mexican flag with some Tipex, and the green is the other one, whatever I haven't said, is also from the Mexican flag.
That's hilarious.
Cheers to you guys for obviously putting it all on. As always say that. Stock answer, and then thanks to everyone for pinning their own performance back to match mine to give me a battle sometimes.
Awesome stuff. Well, we look forward to seeing you and Simon and Team Chimera at Donington. Thanks for tonight, the Guru.
Cheers, guys.
Right then. And last in line, we've finally got to interview everybody that joined us in the interview room, apart from the Hoff. Good evening.
Oh, good evening. I'm only here to apologise to Nikolai and thank Wobbly, the world's best commentator, for joining tonight.
I feel like I need to eject you from the booth. Because I am also here. But anyway, so tell us about the first one of those. What was it? Apologies to Nikolai.
Nikolai, that was in the feature race. Yeah, I had Tony in front of me, and he was showing.
Oh no, we saw this. Yes. Sorry, you just reminded me. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was showing me his drifting prowess, and as we come around off the hill there, he slid a bit sideways, so I thought he was going to lose it. So I backed off, and then I punched it again. And as Nikolai come up beside me off the rise there, I got sideways, and I think I lifted a little bit too much and just caused the car to slide out into the side of him. So, yeah, apologies to Nikolai.
Yeah, we saw exactly that, straight off the top of Piratella, down towards Aqua Minerale. And yeah, you came off the gas, the front end twitched, and you floated to the right and into the side of him. The damage to your car was pretty horrific. Where did you finish in race 1? So you had where did you finish in race 2? More to the point. So 18th in race 2. Race 1. Race 1. 30. That's a good result. We've seen you around about the borderline of the top 10 for a few races this season. So something's obviously working for you. And we've just seen a message come through from Ivan, who's given a shout out to you and Ant Woodward for helping him out this time round. So again, the community working the way it should, with people helping each other out. And you're one of the people who's very, very helpful and sharing all sorts of experiences about racing the car in Discord. So thanks for that.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm even happy to share setups with Foggy so he can win.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
You're now the most hated man for anybody that turned up at Imola today because he ran away. He ran away.
I only need one person to like me, and that's all. That's fine by me.
Well said. This is very true. Donington next time out. How do you feel about racing for a couple of hours around there?
Donington's a hit and miss. Either I'm good at it or I'm terrible. So, yeah, most of the time I'm terrible. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay. Anybody you'd like to have a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, yourself, Sam, Wobbly. I don't have to mention he's the world's best commentator. Simability, all the guys racing, and the guys I'm helping to. It's good. Actually, it's good to see Ivan sort of being a bit more stable on the track, which is good. So yeah, and Jamie Mack, you remember the People's Champ?
Yeah.
Yeah, his setups. We get fixed setups in vets, so I learned to drive them, and yeah, I think that's where the speed's coming from too. So yeah, he's number one on my like list.
I'm sure he is. Is the Night Rider coming back to V8s at all?
I don't know. He's doing so much at the moment.
Yeah, he's always been super busy with everything, hasn't he?
Yeah, and I think this time of the morning is probably a bit hard for him. So yeah, I don't mind showing off what he's providing, or what he's providing through me. So yeah, it's good.
It is. And we'll see you next time out. 13th is a good result. You probably want to kind of semi-forget the 18th, but probably a good education on your way round to that result anyway. And we'll see you next time out. Andrew Hoffman.
Yeah, thanks, and have a good one.
Cheers. Right then. So, a full impact ridden race. Certainly exciting. Both of these races. The first one right from the very start with some assaulting cars. Foggy running away with both, Sam. Your night must have been pretty damn hectic on the old button there.
That was a difficult night today because there were battles all over the place, and very busy. But it's good. It's good to see all the drivers having a fight to each other. It's great, and it's fair play, so it's all good, and was fun to watch again.
We found somebody to take it to Chris Jackson, and there was a few of them tonight actually. So you got Foggy, Tyler, Adam. I don't know where Chris finished in race one. He was third, wasn't he? So there's a few people bringing it to him. I don't know whether Imola is a standout track that he just doesn't get on with as much as other ones. But it's good to see other people peaking at the top of the table, isn't it?
It is, and I think we heard in the interviews as well that even all the top 10, almost 15, they have really improved. Nicole said it. All the people you used to see racing, they've all improved, and that's good. He had a good time, even if it's faster than everybody. He had a good time fighting the mid-pack in race 2. Which in the past, he was just flying by and just waving his hands at us. And now he actually had to fight a bit to get to the front, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember when I was racing, him and the rest of the team that he raced with at that time, who shall remain nameless because they're not racing with us at the minute, they just used to annihilate me. You guys had given him a bit of a race, but there's no way I was. So we will. Right, am I broadcasting Wednesday? Aren't I? As in,
you are. Because I'm not there either Wednesday, neither Saturday. So you're doing both on the camera, yes, we've got a new camera on BSTV, which is speed. It's gonna be fun.
So terrible cameras for the next 2 races, very likely. I'm just going to go and find out what our schedule looks like because I've not got a brain and I've forgotten.
There's a race on GT4 TCLs.
There is, and I should know where that is because I'm in it, or I was in it. I'm going to be broadcasting now.
Yeah, that's Winton.
Winton, of course. I've probably got away with that one then because I don't know the track very well because it's brand new, but that'll be very interesting. After that, we are, as Sam said, doing the Alt F4. So that's F4s at Red Bull Ring on Saturday the 7th. That's 2 30-minute races. And then following that on the 11th, Sam will be welcomed back with confetti and people throwing rose petals in front of him just to get rid of the cameraman that was in for the last 2 races. And we are GT4 TCR at Mid-Ohio. That's a 60-minute race. And then on the 14th, we're V8ESC again, this series again, for the Enduro at Donington. That's going to be a very tasty race. It's a challenging track, and these cars are a handful at the best of times. Around a track like that, you can go too wide if you are brave or stupid. And hopefully you're not brave and stupid, because that will end up in a crash. So, I'm going to say good night now because we don't have the racer of the evening for this one. We'll sort out all the league standings and head-to-heads and everything, and we will wish you all a very good night. Join us on YouTube, Twitter. No, not Twitter. Yeah, Twitch.
Well, we do have Twitter if you want to, but
and that
more, yeah,
not much on it, but yeah, and Facebook. And you won't miss anything from us. We've got a very exciting calendar coming up, so we hope to see you with us for all of those races. And I will say goodnight now, and let Sam say goodnight. So thanks, everybody. Thanks to Simability, and thanks to everybody that turned up to race and to watch. All of it is fully appreciated by us.
You're over?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, cool. Well, good night, everybody, and see you in 2 weeks. Good luck, Pete.